Hi! Welcome back, everybody, to Dress to Quest. We were out last week, but we're back now. I was down in Mexico for a wedding, and now I'm back. I'm really excited to be back. I'm excited to jump back into Saltmarsh and see what's going to happen here. Some exciting things happening in the town of Saltmarsh and in the region. A couple of our players are doing some last-minute little checkups here, so I'm going to send us over to our bigger screen, but a couple of our players are missing at the moment, but they'll be back in just a second. So yeah, hi everybody. Let's do a quick little round of intros here. Chris, looks like you lost your camera. Are you still with us?
Yep, I'm here. One sec.
Okay. No worries. All right, let's do intros. So why don't we start with Chris?
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris, and I'm playing Ayize Marley. I am a Termitian human wizard of the Order of Scribes, and I'm looking forward to zapping something tonight.
Amazing. And yeah, you all are level 6 now, which is exciting. All right, let's go to Erica.
All right. Hi, I'm Erica. I play Rin Swiftbow, Wood Elf, Beastmaster Ranger, and every game I summon my Falcon Bert.
I love that Bert is just chilling in your like
It's a little
scarf.
kangaroo
Yeah,
happening pouch.
It's the cutest thing. All right, next up is Jack. Jack.
G'day everyone. I'm glad to be back. I've actually had a 2-week break because we were busy last week, and the week before I actually had a fair on that took the business to and did some great stuff. Yeah, I play Sethwith Bloodtongue, a half-orc barbarian. Have a good one.
Awesome. And next up is Eric.
Hey, yeah, I'm Eric Wahlberg. I'm playing Bulwark the Grey. He is a Rune Knight fighter, and as of this episode, he is now a College of Swords bard. Swords.
How many swords do you have, though? I've only ever seen the one.
I went to the College of Swords, but I only left with one.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, it's like you were gonna double major, but you decided to just do the one.
It was a small school. It's just College of Swords.
It's a bring your own sword policy.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that. Let's go to Space.
Hey guys, I'm Space. I play Aspen, the Asimar Divine Soul Sorcerer Hexblade Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, Josh.
Hi everybody, I'm Josh. I am Captain Shifty Capone, the real Malone. I play a halfling rogue smuggler turned captain of a gallant, trusty old ship that's a piece of junk, and I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, hey, it's a nice ship. It's got a wonderful name. All right, well, with that, let me do a quick little recap here, and then we're going to jump right into this. So, here we go. So, last time we left off, our heroes had just returned back from commandeering the Sea Ghost, a smuggler's ship. They discovered some secrets on board. They discovered that they were trying to get these stolen weapons stolen from the Lord's Alliance, to deliver them to a colony of lizard folk that lives south of Saltmarsh. You also discovered that these lizard folk are arming up to defend themselves against a host of Sahuagin that drove them out of their original home. Upon returning to town, there was some navigation of the local politics, and you managed to convince the town council to let you keep this ship that you apprehended, the Sea Ghost, and Volric decided to name it the Diora. For those of you that have seen season 1, you'll know what that means. And as you headed back out into town, Volric and Shifty went about to outfit the ship, get it ready for the next day's journey, and the heroes are gearing up to head out and rendezvous with the lizard folk to go and meet their queen and hopefully forge an alliance. Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. We've finished last session with everybody reconvening at the Empty Net. a local tavern that is a haven for fishermen, smugglers, and pirates. As you all entered in, Aspen and Volric had a bit of a conversation, and then the front doors burst open as Aize and Sethreth came stumbling in after having a day of drinking at all the other taverns within Saltmarsh. This is where we're going to pick up with everybody here in the empty net. So I believe Volric and Aspen, you're over at the bar. You just are finishing up your conversation there. I don't actually know exactly where Shifty and Rin are. Where do you think the two of you are within the empty net as you're all gathering up?
If I recall, me and Vork came in together, but then I got a look from Aspen to when Vork asked for time to talk with her to give him some space. So I kind of went over and enjoyed the music with the Froggy Bard.
That's right. Okay, yeah. So you went over and sat by Lurt, the bullywug bard that's playing the hurdy-gurdy. And Rin, what about you? Where do you want to be inside this place?
I call him Kermit.
I mean, after getting bitten by a parrot that just walked in, probably just arriving and would find wherever Volric is.
Okay, so you head straight to the bar, and it's at this point that the doors bust open. Aize and Sethreth, you enter into the empty net. For you, Sethreth, just as a brief little recap here of what you're kind of looking at, what you're dealing with. You come into this big open space, like a kind of rickety wooden tavern right on the waterfront. It's actually suspended above the water on stilts, coming off of like a rocky outcropping. And the interior here you can see is kind of littered with various tables of people drinking and playing various dice and card games. And off to your left, you see a small stage where there is this bullywug, this big frog-like humanoid that's just sitting there playing a hurdy-gurdy and singing some shanties to the group. And you and Aize have been kind of gallivanting around town at the various taverns, sampling the local wares and drinks, and now have come into the empty net. And you can see your friends spread out amongst this bar. So what do you both do as you step in? I should mention, as you step in, I said this, Sethreth, when you walked in, the whole tavern went quiet. Everybody looked at you as you came walking in, this like hulking half-orc, very intimidating, and then Aize popped out from behind you. So, what do the two of you want to do?
Aize, I need a drink.
Another one? All right.
Come on.
Hello, everybody. And I wave Archive around and say hello.
Hello, everyone. And the book starts to float and kind of flap its book covers. And the whole bar just kind of tilts their head, looking really confused.
And I say, I'm buying around for everybody here. You just got paid. So you bastards, you better turn those frowns upside down is all I have to say. Right? I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Aize.
Around for everybody here.
Come on over, Aize. Enjoy the show.
Everybody starts in the bar starts cheering loudly and kind of waving you towards the bar. Everybody starts to push up against the bar. So Volric and Aspen, you are suddenly overwhelmed with the entire crowd pushing up against the bar. Aspen, you have the entire tavern in front of you asking for drinks and pointing over at Aize saying, "He's got my tab."
I will roll up to the bar and I'll drop 20 gold pieces on it.
Okay.
And said, until that's done. And then I walk away.
Hey,
I climb up over the heads of all the people to get my first drink.
Okay, so Shifty, you climb up over everybody. Wait, really quick, make an acrobatics check for me, Shifty.
Of course. Hey, move out of the way. Move. I'm up first. And you said
20 gold pieces on.
You try to climb up over everybody, and the crowd is too great. The surge is too quick, and you kind of fumble back onto the ground.
Shit!
And you get pushed out. Yeah, and you are unable to get up to the bar to be first.
Don't you step on me.
Seth,
I'm a captain. I'm a captain. Don't step on me.
Go ahead, Aize.
Seth, can you toss the halfling perhaps? He looks like he wants to get near the bar.
Can we crowd surf him?
Well, I can't toss him to the bar. I mean, look at my arms. They're like, pipe cleaners. Come on, man.
I immediately look at Shifty and I'm just like, everyone, make way for him, please. Come on.
Okay.
Everybody will get their drinks one at a time.
Yeah.
Aspen, make a persuasion check for me, with advantage.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Immediately the sea parts, and Shifty, you have a clear path to the front. Volric, you catch a couple of patrons right at the front. They mutter to Aspen, "Of course, Mistress of Secrets, of course," and they kind of part way.
Thank you.
Just Captain Shifty to you.
Shifty.
You're captain now.
You see people kind
And
of...
Shifty, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and Shifty, since you are the captain, I think it would behoove you to help me here. I certainly can't serve all these people by myself.
Of course, Aspen. Let's go.
Thank you.
And I climb up onto the bar and I start dancing for people.
Okay.
That's not what I meant. Get off my bar.
One to you. Woohoo!
All right.
Play it, Kermit.
I push him off the bar.
Oh my! Make a strength check for me, and Shifty, you can do a contested acrobatics or athletics.
If he gets knocked off, I want to try and catch him.
Okay. Nope, that's a
I got a
natural
2.
one.
Natural 1.
You go to push Shifty, and he just gracefully. Actually, Shifty, you roll an acrobatics or athletics. I just want to see, maybe you'll get a natural one.
I believe
This
I
will be
did.
Incredible. Oh, you got a 7. Okay, yeah. So Aspen, you go to push Shifty. He just quickly dances out of the way, and you end up hitting a massive stein of ale that just goes and spills all over Sethreth.
I get.
Oh shit.
Hey, you bloody idiot! Watch where you going. Hey? What, kid? What are you
What's that
doing
one?
there?
It was that one. I didn't do it.
Get
That guy.
off my bar, Shifty.
Shifty, aren't you supposed to be behind the bar? I pick him up, put him over the other side of the bar. Get to work, child.
I start pouring drinks for her so she can hand them out because I can't really reach that far.
Okay, awesome. So Sethreth picks you up, Shifty puts you on the other side of the bar. You start serving drinks. Aspen, you and Shifty are back there starting to go through these drinks.
Just,
Go ahead.
I just felt so good, Aspen. I mean, look, I got a new haircut. I even trimmed. I don't even have a black shadow anymore.
And you look amazing, darling. I swear. I mean, it's working for you. But seeing as our friends are being generous tonight, I need help. So the sooner we get these people away from my bar, I just want them away from my bar, to be honest. And I turn back to Volric. Would you like a drink?
Another one, aye. Especially if it's on Aize here.
Of course. And what about your little, what happened to you? Did you get bit or something? And I'm looking at Ren as she probably
my little
walks over.
band-aid, my little wrapped finger. Let's say I'm just gonna stick to one bird.
You see Bert
the parrot wasn't...
kind of puff up and go.
I'll take whatever you think would be best.
You sure about that? And I just go to work concocting, I won't say the strongest drink because she doesn't look
Just
like
like pouring a little of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. You sure you can handle this? And then if she nods, I'll just hand it over to her.
Well, you're gonna have to work with me tomorrow.
No, yeah, you're right. That's true. I mean, I have ways of curing you if you get too ill. So don't worry about
Aspen,
that.
whatever you give her, just make sure she doesn't lose her head. Yeah, a lot of that going
Would you
on
like
lately,
to-
eh?
Would you like to lose yours?
Oh, love to, lady. But you're busy serving drinks, right? And I'll have another. And another for the axe, too.
I peek up over the bar.
This is a case of completely mistaken euphemisms. This is what I believe is happening here. Because what she's talking about and what he's talking about are two different things, and I find that infinitely amusing. You can serve me last, Lady Aspen. I would like to see my new friends served first. If
I peek up over
within your purview.
Go ahead,
I peek
Shifty.
I peek up over the bar and I look at Sephiroth like, I don't think she's talking about your top head.
Oh, that's even more exciting.
Not if you can't use anything, you crazy.
Shifty. You know I love you, right? I need you to not talk for a little while.
These guys are crazy.
No. No, please.
Just quietly starts chugging when I see all this going.
Oh no, you have to slow down. You can't. Okay, all right then. You know, I'm not gonna stop you if you're having fun.
I'll
lean over towards-
slides one of the tankards over towards Rin. That's for Bert. He's earned it. Get into it, Bird. Yeah.
And now we're serving birds. Great. They're gonna love this down at the city hall. All right. Well, you guys enjoy. I have things to do, so. And I just go back to serving the other patrons.
Aize, you really changed the mood of this place. Look at all these happy campers.
Ah, yes. Well, you know, the other two pubs that we came from were far more noisy and raucous than this one. It seemed a little strange that it was so quiet when we walked in. I had assumed that they were terrified of the visage of our good friend here. And I grabbed Sephiroth's whatever muscle was closest to me, and I tried to put my hand around it. And maybe not realizing what a sweetheart he is at heart.
Yeah.
With me sitting down,
A little bit of liquor makes me.
I'm sitting down, so I have a view up to 8 foot, 6 inch Sephiroth. And I say, you know, Sephiroth, we're working on trying to find your lineage, right? You know, where you came from. This is the big mystery we're all dying to find out about, especially you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, my friend. No way in hell you're a half-orc. 8.5 feet tall? Come on now.
Well, you've never seen anyone as tall as me, I take it.
Not even close.
Looks kind of like a hill giant,
Yep.
but
Well,
nicer.
Hill giant. What are they?
Oh. They're very smart, big, tall things, people.
Wow. Deal with
They-
Goliaths, but never seen a hill giant. Never
Well,
seen
you
a
never-
half orc until I've moved to been with you lot. I've seen a couple here and there. But we mostly dealt with orcs directly, and yeah, they weren't always that tall either.
Yeah. Then I
Anyway.
lean over towards our singer. I say, hey, you do requests?
The bullywug kind of stops or keeps playing the hurdy-gurdy and looks towards you.
It depends on what you request.
You know Rainbow Connection?
I can't say I've heard of that one.
It's a pop reference, never mind. I go back to it.
Okay.
And they keep going.
What about who let the dogs out? That's a good one.
Oh no, and I know I do not play that one.
Do you know, winging in the rigging?
Uh,
Or singing in the rigging, I believe it's called. No?
I do know that one, yes. I'll play it next.
Yeah, you know, the line, it's a shanty. Like this, you know. That cabin boy, that dirty little nipper, stuck broken glass right up his ass and circumcised the skipper. Singing in the rigging, singing in the rigging, singing in the
rigging.
The whole tavern erupts into a song and joins along as the bullywug starts to play along on the hurdy-gurdy, and his big bellowing voice joins in with the chorus. So this all continues and probably gets more and more raucous. Is there anything any of you would like to accomplish here tonight, or is it just going to be a night of drinking and revelry?
I just turned to our group at some point, just trying to get all their attention, including Aspen.
Yeah.
I say, tomorrow we go back out to sea. Adventure, things get serious, probably a little nasty. So tonight, let's get crazy. Ha!
Everyone around you cheers, even though you're saying it to your friends. There's just so many people into this. Everybody's just like, ah!
And I'm going to, at some point, I'll be quite drunk. I'm going to step off of my stool, and I'm going to use Giant's Might and Grow, and I'm going to grab Sethrith by the hands and dance with him, like in circles with the music.
Sethrith will be very drunkenly awkward because he doesn't know how to dance.
Can you both make performance checks for me?
Yeah.
Oh God! Can I do mine at disadvantage, please?
Yes, you can. Of course you can.
And I would like to give him inspiration, and I say, "Don't embarrass me now." So, you could roll at a disadvantage, but then add a d6 at the end.
Oh God!
All right, roll mine.
Either way, Rin's clapping along.
Hey.
13 and a d6.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm doing all right. Add a d6 to that. 15.
15, amazing. Let's see what Volric gets.
Big boy could boogie.
There you go.
Oh. In some sort of remarkable twist of fate, Volric begins this dance, and then Sethrith, you end up picking up on the dance moves and outperform Volric. What does it look like?
I'm doing the running man.
I'll be next to him.
I cannot.
As you're all watching this happen, so Volric has grown in his giant size. Sethrith is already like 8 foot tall. Aspen, you're at the bar right now, and as they're doing basically the running man, all of the bottles and glasses behind you are going and the whole place is just going. You see,
we created our own base.
You see people upstairs and that have like already gone to bed, like popping out of their rooms and like looking really worried, and look down and just see these two giants.
Don't worry, it's just house music.
This is hilarious. I don't even want to stop this. This is fun.
I'm gonna go get the little child and pick him up and start putting him on my shoulders.
Oh, you're gonna put Shifty up on your shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay. So Shifty, you are
probably hit his
picked
head
up
on the ceiling a couple times.
Oh, it's very high ceiling. So we'll say that at one point you go dancing over towards where the upstairs balcony is, and at that point, Shifty, you are at risk of bumping your head against the top of the floor or the bottom of the floor.
Don't! You buffoon, you hill giant!
As this continues,
Aspen!
So Shifty, you're shouting this. Aspen, you just feel a gentle hand kind of touch your elbow.
I look.
You look over and you see that Larissa is standing there at your side. This plump tiefling woman with the white hair, the curling horns at the top of her forehead, and she just has a massive smile and kind of leans in over the loud sound, and just loud enough for you to hear. She just says, "This is going quite wonderfully. I like your new friends. They've added quite a bit of excitement here. I've seen people coming in that I've never seen come in before. It's wonderful."
Well, they certainly are a bunch. I will admit that.
Oh yes, you can bring them in anytime. This is wonderful for business. I see that Shifty is having fun. She starts to laugh and points as Shifty is like
Yeah, I mean that's the most fun I've ever seen him have, honestly.
Aspen!
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you hear something? I hear my name, but I'm not sure who's calling.
No, I don't hear anything. I think it's just the wind. It's remarkable that
Okay.
you can hear the wind amongst all
I
of
know
this.
it's so loud in here.
And the wind is usually so quiet, but
It's so quiet. I actually needed to talk to you. Can we go somewhere more private?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
As they're stepping away, just to bring a little more energy back to what's going on out on the floor.
Yeah.
I say, Sethra, look what I learned. And I take the sword and I turn sideways. This massive sword, of course. I open. I want to use deception to make it look like I'm sword swallowing, but it's really just going behind my neck.
Okay, go ahead, make a deception roll.
All right.
Sethred's gonna freak out. No, you'll hurt yourself, you idiot!
All right, here you go. Deception. So remember, I have advantage on it because of my runes.
Do well. Roll well.
Go.
Sethrith, why don't you make a
17.
Sethrith, make a perception check for me at disadvantage because you are definitely drunk. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this absolutely looks real to you.
Shifty, look, he's eating the bloody sword, man. Yeah! And I'll get the axe going.
No. How
do you do that?
I think he's trained for this. He wasn't always a knight.
And I get Shifty. Look, I'll eat Shifty. Hey!
No, don't you put me near your mouth, you buffoon.
Amazing.
I call out, Ulrich, no, you're still young.
You have the attention of
Give me to the bar.
You have the attention of the entire tavern as you're doing this.
And I reveal it. I basically just flip from out and go, ha ha ha!
Ah!
How did you do that, mate? That was bloody awesome. Ha ha!
Awesome. So as this is happening, Larissa is leading you, Aspen. She quickly snaps her fingers and pulls. She pulls over Raffin to come and work the bar, and then pulls you aside, and takes you over to the back and leads you downstairs into what looks to be just like a big storage area. You can see it's just kind of all, same weathered wooden walls, weathered wooden floors. There are crates and barrels everywhere. You can see casks of booze. And she just pulls you in down there and looks at you. Is this good enough for now? What is it you want to talk about?
This is perfect. I had a talk with Galen today. I hate that you work for this man. I don't like him at all.
I know he can be a bit much, but honestly, he's really good at what he does, and he provides quite the wares to sell. So he's the biggest name in town, and he has the best contacts.
Okay, I can understand that. I don't even know if I should tell you this. I ended up killing someone. I said his name, and I thought the person knew him, and he didn't. So he had to go. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like to kill people if they don't deserve it anyway. But I don't know, it's giving me so much to think about, or like I couldn't even sleep last night, to be honest. That group upstairs, the people that you want to come back, they are aligning themselves with the Lord's Alliance. I don't know if you can trust them.
That's unfortunate. As for killing this man, It was a hard decision that you made, but I think that ultimately it was the right one. If our connection to Galen, and if Galen was exposed, it would ruin many of us. The Lord's Alliance has been looking for anything to bring the hammer down on us and stop our way of life. It's unfortunate that he had to go, but you mentioned this man's name. What was it again?
Oh, the captain of the ship. Was it? What was it? I forgot. I'm sorry. I truly forgot.
It was Salazar.
Salazar, yes.
Snake Eyes. Yeah.
Thank you. Captain Salazar of the Sea Ghost. Well, formerly.
Yes, Captain Salazar. You know, the world is probably a better place without him in it, to be honest.
Yes, I agree. But, still, that was not my decision to make.
No, it is never easy ending someone's life. I'm sorry that you were put in such a tough position.
You know, I would do anything that you asked me to. So when I realized that I messed up, I had all these flashbacks to when I was first here in Saltmarsh, and you know, all the things that you used to do for me and everything. And I would hate myself if I ever betrayed you like that and got you caught up in something.
Thank you, Aspen. How is your back, by the way? And she just kind of gently reaches out and touches your shoulder, kind of rubs it.
It's it hurts, but it's nothing that I can't handle. You know this.
I know. Forgive me, but did I compensate you and Shifty for what you did? I was just, especially after hearing what you went through, having to make such a tough decision. I owed you 250 gold. Today has been a bit much.
You can keep my portion. I'll give mine to you can give it to Shifty. He's gonna need it for the ship.
Oh, that's very generous. Okay, if that's what you want, I can do that.
Did I just get another 500 gold?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, Aspen, was there anything else you want to talk about? Otherwise, I'll let you get back to your shift. Actually, if you would like, you could take the rest of the night off. I'll make sure that I'll go 10 bar for the rest of the evening.
No, it's fine. I was just wondering, are you busy tonight? Are you doing anything later? Or?
Of course not. I'm free. What did you have in mind?
I was wondering if I could, stay with you tonight.
Yes, of course. You can come to my place after your shift. I'll have some food made and some drinks. We'll have a nice evening.
Yeah. I should get back. They'll probably be.
Yes, of course. I look forward to it, Aspen, and thank you. And
thank you.
She'll actually stay downstairs and just kind of wave as you go up. As you start going up the stairs, Aspen, just as you go out of sight, you do hear the faint sound of a click and something sliding out of the way, and then sliding back into place. All right, Aspen, you head up and rejoin with the rest and continue serving bar. You come up.
Wrestle challenge!
No, no more. You got phone.
All right, little man. Arm wrestle challenge. Loser drinks.
And I'm like, are you crazy?
No, but I'm drunk.
I cast Mage Hand while I'm doing it, I guess.
Okay, wait. So you're gonna arm wrestle Sethreth with your mage hand? Okay.
And my hand, I'm on my hand as
Oh,
well.
on
Like
your
Mage Hand,
hand. Okay.
I can do it invisible.
Got it.
Because I have a thing to make it invisible, so I
Okay.
just use both of them to give me a little bit of a
Perfect.
push.
I'll give you a head start. You can pick one of the other patrons, not our group,
Actually,
to double up with you.
I want to use my Mage Hand to poke him in the nose, like up his nostril.
Okay, are you gonna take? Okay, yeah. So Sethreth, just like invisibly, you start to feel something pushing your nose up, and you're like,
No, not like in his like.
and like there's nothing there. You just.
So I'm disadvantaged then.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you're already disadvantaged. So Shifty, go ahead, roll your strength athletics check.
Like -1.
I'll give you advantage because you're using your mage hand. So this is, you might actually win this. Oh no. Okay, 15. 15, okay.
I'm a bit worried. How embarrassing.
It's gonna start smacking in the face.
I mean, I will say this, Sethreth, you could burn a rage, but it actually wouldn't make a difference.
Not yet.
So, okay, Shifty, yeah. So somehow you push Sethreth's hand. You manage to get the leverage on just right.
Sethreth reaches over, grabs him around the collar, pulls him in, looking like he's like gonna lose it and kill him. Then he goes, "You tough little bastard!" Yeah!
That's why I'm captain.
He knocks him across the floor, and then I skull. Next challenger, Ulrich, you're next.
Bring it
Careful,
on!
he's a tough one.
Ulrich, are you gonna go and arm wrestle Sethreth?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
So
do.
I say first question. I say, are we going big, or is it mano a mano?
Let's go all the way.
All right, then I guess I'll burn my second giant's might. Here we go, two big boys.
I'll rage out.
Go. Oh, you're gonna rage out. Okay.
All right,
Blood vessels start popping up.
all right. So here we go. So we both have advantage on our athletics checks.
Yes, you do.
All right, here we go. Just regular advantage, just go.
Yeah, athletics check, both of you. Yeah.
There we go.
At advantage. Yeah. 13.
Oh,
Okay.
only 13.
Okay. Let's see what's
Very,
up.
very
Oh
low.
my God. Yeah. So Sethreth.
Plus 2 on that.
Yeah.
Raging.
So your
No,
rage.
that doesn't give you plus 2. Yeah. Oh, you beautiful ugly man. Good work. I take both his cheeks in my hands. Glad you're on my side.
As you lift your hand up, Sethreth, you see that the table is just completely cracked where your hand slammed down, and there is just like a massive crack, and the table's slightly broken. Aspen, you come upstairs.
I slide that table to the corner and drag out a different one, whistling.
Do I see this as I'm coming up?
Sethreth, Sethreth, make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage. Aspen, go ahead and make a perception check as you come up.
Oh man.
Oh, not bad.
There you go. 17. Nope.
I gotta. Why am I rolling spinning that? What?
So Sethreth, you manage to whistle and push the broken table to the side and keep on going about your business. Aspen, you go, retire to the bar, and continue with the night. I think with that, if anybody else wants to do any final moments here.
I did want to say one thing.
Yeah.
I'll go up to Ren. Are you still at the bar, or are you at a table?
He's just kind of like cradling her drink. Like that's just like there's just a little bit left. And just kind of like whistling along to Sethreth, like, oh, we're whistling? Like, not really paying attention to what's happening.
Are you okay? You seem to be out of it. You sure?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
You see Bert's little head go out of Rin's collar. The feathers all kind of in like shambles as Bert just kind of. And you see that next, kind of like dribbling down Bert's chin, there's like a little bit of liquid. And Bert kind of hops up onto Rin's shoulder and then wobbly goes down onto the bar and starts to drink up some of the beer that's on the bar.
I don't think that's okay. Let's get you away from the bar.
Mhm.
And I bring back I call for Raffian to come back over. I need you to take over the rest of my shift, please, darling.
Yeah. I'm on it. I got this. Wow, I'm
Thank
behind
you
the
so
bar.
much.
It's great. Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna help Ren up. Do you feel sick or anything?
Sleepy.
Great.
Just kind of like swaying back and forth.
Let's see about getting you a room here. You guys need rooms, so who do I talk to about that? Is that like Larissa's job?
We'll say
You would know it
you
yourself.
have a
You could just
Yeah,
cover
so
it. Yeah.
I'm just like, Vorik, I'm taking this one. I'm taking her to bed, and I'm doing it so
Two
he
things, big thumbs up.
sees. Okay, all right, darling, come on. And I'm just like, I just give the rest of her drink to Aize, and I'm just like, here you go. They'll make you another one if you want. Just go up to the bar and ask for the Rooster Teeth. That's what it's called. And I'm just like, Shifty, if you want to come upstairs, you have a room and everything.
Hang on. He's gonna have a rematch before he goes. Wonder.
No, it's okay. I need to start doing some recruitment, actually. It's a good time, I think, now. People are happy.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to go over to Aize, since we're probably near each other. I say, Aize, how would you like to be quartermaster? You have the books, you can log all the notes, and maybe you can log down what you have to pay these blokes that we
I
find.
already assumed I was. Actually.
Yes! I knew we had great minds to think alike, especially with your smarts and your books.
Yes, it seems the most obvious position for me. I'm not much in the way of physical labor and sailing and whatnot, but I can create unseen servants to do that sort of thing for us. And I do have a magnificent brain, so keeping figures and such like is something that I'm very comfortable with.
Ah, yes. You sure are.
So
You
that's
seem
what-
to have modesty as well, is your favor.
I know.
But-
I exude it. I mean, truly, I have to remain modest and forget that I have such a magnificent brain and mind. But thank you for reminding me, Shifty, that I am indeed a modest soul. Oh, Rin left me her drink.
Awesome. As you finish your drink, Aspen, you take Rin upstairs. Shifty, you start going around the bar, talking to various patrons. And Sethreth, I think eventually you start to lose track of anything that's happening around you. Volric, you see all of your companions here as they retire for the evening in their various ways. And I think we're going to end the evening there as we go to the next day. So as everything comes winding down, eventually the sound of raucous partying fades, and we see the pale morning light appearing on the eastern horizon and illuminating the rooftops of Saltmarsh. As the morning comes to, we see our various heroes in their different spots throughout the city. Aspen lying in a bed in some cozy home. You can see a shock of white hair kind of poking out from behind under the sheets. You see Sethreth. I'm assuming Sethreth just passed out still in the bar.
Cold. Hugging his axe.
Yeah. Rin, you are up in one of the rooms in the empty net, and Aize and Volric and Shifty, I don't know where you all headed. I'm assuming just stayed at the empty net as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I wasn't going to sleep on the ship.
Oh, okay, so yeah, Aize, you wake up on the slight movement of the ship. And Shifty,
I mean, we own it.
Yeah. But as you all...
I would have let Shifty stay in my room.
Okay.
Empty
So
net.
there you go. But as you all go about your daily, like various morning routines, just to kind of, for the sake of brevity, if there's anything you all want to do in the morning here in Saltmarsh, let me know. Otherwise, I think eventually you all regroup on the deck of the Diora. Did any of you want to do anything in Saltmarsh before you regroup?
I think I would have took Eloise to where her brother was buried because I did promise her that.
Yeah. Okay. So we see a little. We'll get to you, Sethreth, in a moment. We see a little scene of Aspen with Eloise, the woman that you rescued on the deck of the Sea Ghost. Her dark hair and kind of olive skin, standing there. There is a graveyard in Saltmarsh. So you take her up to the northern part of Saltmarsh, up on top of the hill. It has a beautiful view of the sea. You can see the fog is just barely kind of starting to burn off as the sun is rising. There's a lot of mist over the water. And there's just hundreds of stone headstones littering this graveyard. As you're walking through, you do notice the caretaker, which you probably know by name. I don't know if you know them very well. But you see a half-orc gentleman moving through, just tending to the various gravestones. But Eloise, you take her to her brother's resting place. She thanks you, kneels down, and then kind of looks up at you before starting. You see her clutching her holy symbol of Torm, and she looks at you. Would you like to join in on a prayer with me to Torm?
I would love to do that.
And she just closes her eyes and she says a short little prayer to Torm and asking for her brother to find rest. After this scene concludes, we cut over to Sethreth. What did you want to do in Saltmarsh before heading out?
Does Saltmarsh have any animal handlers that might have a store or go to a breeder to look at? I know this session it probably won't be able to squeeze it in, but just to get an idea of cost and see if there's any pups available for Sethreth, because Sethreth has initially kind of been molded and designed that he would have be a master of animals.
Yes, indeed. So groggily getting up and starting to wander around town. Actually, let's do this. Go ahead, make a investigation check for me.
Oh God. I'm drunk and hungover like hell.
Okay, first make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Con saving. Here we go.
Okay, yep, you're still drunk, so now make an investigation check for me at disadvantage. Okay, an 11. Even with this splitting headache and horrible hangover, where you're still like, things aren't quite coming in clear, you're not thinking quickly, you manage to stumble around and ask some individuals about where to find some dogs, and they point you to the eastern end of town, telling you to go out towards the main gates, and you'll see a building on your left. You head over there, and you end up at Kester's Leather Goods. Stepping inside, you see a woman inside. She has dark skin and like just this crazy like mess of hair that just poofs out, and she is already busily like moving about her shop. You can see there are all sorts of beautiful leather goods within here, armor, bags, saddle bags, all kinds of things. And you do hear the faint sound of many dogs out in the back of this building, just kind of and going in and talking with her, she leads you to the back, and you do see she has a big kennel set up with various breeds. She kind of gestures around all of them, saying, "Oh yeah, we have all these for various hunting purposes. You look mighty fierce there, fellow. Are you planning to go out into the wilds?"
Don't fear me. I will not harm you, beautiful skinned person.
No. I was just saying that you look like you can handle yourself. I see that big ass axe on your back. Are you planning to go out into the wilds at all?
Yes, I'm looking for, well, a war dog. Or maybe a little bit of a hunting ability to track as well.
Oh, this one here's a wonderful little selection. This great big mastiff we have here.
I want the best of the best. The baddest of the baddest.
You just see this big, saggy, jowled dog staring up at you and just kind of looks at you, and as their head turns, a bunch of saliva just kind of whips off the bottom of the chin.
He's gorgeous. What's his name?
Well, it's, that is entirely up to you.
Still a pup, yeah? He's not fully grown?
Oh, that's right.
How much for him?
25 gold.
I put the hand out, animal handling. I'm assuming at disadvantage because I'm still pretty seedy.
That's right.
6.
They kind of start to sniff your hand, and then you watch them just go, and they kind of back away a little.
Tell you what, once I clean myself up, I'll put a down payment and I'll come back when I'm a bit more sober. Is that all right?
Works perfect for me.
You hold on to him though.
Yeah. This one is on hold.
Right.
As you're getting ready to leave, she does kind of stop you one more time, and she says, "Here, hold on, I gotta find something." What I was getting at though, before you leave,
yeah.
If you're out there in the wilds and you do see any sort of monstrosities or big beasts, and you manage to take one down, if you could bring back for me the pelt. You know how to skin an animal?
I've actually got some dragon skin you might be interested in.
Do you really?
Check out these boots.
Wow, those are beautiful. Do you have any left?
I do.
Or... You do?
I even have a dragon's head skull if you're interested.
Oh, very, very much so. Are you willing to part with it?
For coin or
well,
a
of course.
deal?
Yes, no, of course, a coin. We could make a deal if you like.
Yeah, good. Look, I had a big night, so I apologise for my stench and seediness.
I didn't even notice, to be honest.
And I will be back. I'll pay for the pup up front now. You just hold him, take good care of him.
Yes, of course.
My name's Sethrith.
She clasps your hand and has a big meaty hand. She shakes your arm there. She goes, "Name's Kiona.
Kiona
Kesta. This is my place. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, I do look forward to seeing you. If you do, like I said, if you do come across any beasties and you skin them, bring them the pelts if they're in good condition. I will happily take them off your hands for a price. And if you do want to part with that dragon hide, gladly take it.
I'll be back for sure. I hand over 25 gold.
Excellent.
Clink.
Okay.
All right. You take care of that pup. Start beefing him up. I don't care. Here's an extra 5 gold. You train him. Get him as strong as possible. I'll be back.
Will do. All right. So, Sethrith, you head back to the ship with your dog reserved. And all of you gather up on the ship here in the morning and have the whole day ahead of you. So, what I want to ask...
Dungeon Master?
Yes.
During the day or after that night, I would have liked to talk to Larissa sometime to ask her if she would be willing to do an agreement or a loan so that we could outfit the ship and not be placed under the, or if she said that she doesn't have money to go to Gellin, to get a loan for outfitting the ship with 1 or 2 cannons, for example, so we have some kind of offensive capability.
Got it. Okay.
Or maybe 1 cannon and 1 flamey thingy, salamander thingy or something.
What would you specifically like?
I think the ballista is just a regular cannon, right?
A ballista is a ballista, so it's, giant ass crossbow.
Okay.
And you can load it with flaming bolts if you wish.
Then yeah, I think just if we had a regular, I think a ballista and just one cannon because it's 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
One cannon, 1,000 gold pieces, and then some ammo for that, some ammunition.
Okay, and you're asking her if she can loan it.
If we can work out a deal, like with interest, obviously, so we can for the good of the Saltmarsh.
Okay, go ahead, do a persuasion roll for me. 16. Okay, yeah. I'm just to keep this quick, I'm gonna say that but you'll have to put some money down.
Yes.
And we'll just call it half, so that'll be 800 gold total for the ballista and the cannon. I don't know if you have that on hand. Do you?
I do if I make more money to be able to pay the crew after that. But we probably actually just do the cannon and then get some
ammunition. Okay.
Two grape shot, 2 cannonball, and a smoke bomb.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead, mark off 500 gold, and then if you don't mind, just mark off the appropriate amounts for the ammunition.
I will.
Thank you.
And then that's all. Yep.
Okay, great. All right. So you, as you all gather on the ship, you see that Shifty is directing some crew to get a cannon set up on the boat in place. Looks like Shifty was able to acquire a cannon for the boat. So you have a cannon getting set up there. They're relatively rare weapons in the time period you're at. They're starting to appear here and there, but this is a relatively new piece of technology that's being fixed to the deck of the ship there with some ammunition. But you're all aboard the Diora. What would you all like to do?
We have our crew now.
Yes. So for the crew, I know that you, Volric, and Shifty were going around. You were going to kind of split it up. I'm going to just keep Shifty's persuasion roll there. Volric, can you make a persuasion roll for me to kind of simulate you going around and carousing with the Mariners Guild to see what you could get?
Sure. And then as a reminder, I was asking Anders to give me some connections to some experienced, trustworthy folk as well.
Yes. So actually, go ahead and make that check with advantage for me.
I gotta close my character sheet. What's that?
It's all right. Oh, Aize, yes? Oh, no, you're good. Okay.
There we go. Persuasion. What do we got? Oh,
Oh, no.
I was probably too hungover.
Yeah, so that was with advantage?
Or if that was during... Oh, no, it was not. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, there you go. Roll with advantage.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That'd be embarrassing. Anyways. I'm sorry, guys, for the delays.
It's okay.
Back in there. This is riveting.
Yes, riveting.
People are here to watch my advantage roll and my persuasion check. Yes.
Is roll 20 just being slow?
It's a combination of that and multiple windows.
Got it. 16. Okay, yeah. So, what I for both of you, the crew price that's listed there, 2 gold piece per day per crew member. That is reduced down to 1 gold piece per day per crew member. And Volric, yes, you get a selection of people that are recommended to you, very trustworthy. And what I'll say is, since you're both kind of doing this, just to make it fair, both of you pay 7 gold per day to maintain the crew if you're doing the full 15 members. So okay. So just keep that in mind for me, and if you both can kind of keep track of that for me, I'd really appreciate it. I will be keeping track of the days, and I'll let you know when days pass. So okay. So with the ship fully outfitted, fully crewed, oh yes, and you have assuming you commissioned somebody the day before to paint over the sea ghosts with the Diora. That will be 25 gold. So whoever wants to front that, you can figure that out.
That.
So as you all go up, you see the Diora written on the side of the ship. You get on the deck of the ship, and Aize, are you? Are you blocking this? Is that what's going on? Okay. You all get on the deck of the ship, and are there, ready to go to set out to sea. I'm assuming you all do so.
All right, I'll take my position as first mate, and I say, Captain.
Yes, it is time to begin. And I look at you and I say, Bosun. And I look over at the helms person, I'm guessing this is going to be definitely one of the helms people that he got.
Sure, yeah.
To hire, yeah, definitely. So I say, let's go straight up from the coast, and I'll tell you where to go from there. And we're going to go, what I'm going to do is I go straight up from the coast so people can see us leaving, and then circle around to pick up our, kind of, so we don't get, in case we get followed, nobody knows exactly where.
Got it. Yeah.
We're just going to go around, yeah.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Did we have time to get supplies?
If you wanted to, yeah.
Okay, let's just assume that. I just want to make sure. I'm a quartermaster, so I want to make sure we have food and water.
Yeah. That's all taken care of.
The three essentials: food, water, rum.
The ship is loaded up with those essentials. I'm not gonna get too hung
Mason,
up
just
on,
tell me the numbers later.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too hung up on that stuff. But you get it all stocked up on the ship, and you start sailing out of the harbor. We see the Diora heading out of the harbor of Saltmarsh as it disappears into the thick fog. Shifty,
Did we hire crew as well?
Yeah. You have a full crew aboard the ship.
Right, cool.
And you head out into the open ocean. And Shifty, eventually you feel you are far enough from shore, and the ship starts to tilt, going southward as you direct the crew to head you towards where the lizard folk are.
Sethweth would be staying right next to Volric and getting him to teach him the way of the sailor, the ropes, the routines, and I'll be his lackey and learning the trade.
Yeah.
Really getting into it, really enjoying it. He's never been out on an open ocean before. This is all very new.
Yeah. Sethreth, this is actually a good little introduction to it. So we're going to do all this off stream, but this is just kind of a fun introduction to it. So as you start being guided by Volric working the sails, what I need you to do is just make an athletics check for me. And you can make it with advantage since Volric is right there at your side, directing you on how to do the rigging and the sails. Oh, yeah.
Is this how it's done, Volric?
You are a natural.
Am I getting the right knots and go with it?
Yeah, like an old hand. Good work.
Aha! Good teacher. Thanks, brother.
Awesome. The ship just gracefully glides through the water, heading south. It takes you about 3 hours or so to get to your rendezvous point, as you're drifting through the mist, heading southward. By the time you arrive, it is late morning and the fog is starting to burn off, and you can start to see the dim silhouettes of the swamp trees off to the east appearing in the shrouded mist. And Shifty, as you're standing up on the deck looking out at the shoreline, looking for your mark, you see that one dead swamp tree that was the main landmark where the lizard folk were waiting. I'm assuming, do you all want to get on the smaller boat, the sea glider, and head in? Okay. Mm-hmm. And really quick, just to address something that Erica just asked me in our little private chat here. Oceanus is with you, and actually, I believe Eloise said she would be willing to join you as well if you want Eloise to come along. The question is, who do you want to take with you on your journey to shore? I'm going to say that the sea glider, the smaller little boat that you have, really only has room for you and one other person. So you can either go to shore with Oceanus, the sea elf, or you can go to shore with Eloise, who, as you've kind of started to talk with her, get to know her a bit more, she is a priestess of Torm. She has some very minor connections to Torm and is able to channel that with some divine power. Very minor, but she can. And Oceanus appears to be just, he knows the ocean, he knows the water, he is very adept at these environments.
I think I would have asked Eloise to come with us.
Okay.
Because we don't know what we're getting into, so.
Okay. Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah, and so then Volk says, I tend to trust these lizard folk, if only because why attack us now? They already know that we're a strong lot. But nonetheless, I'm going to play it safe. And I'm going to step off the side of the boat, straddling it, and then I'll just kind of free fall backwards. And as I do, my cloak transforms, and you can see that it comes over into the shape of like a manta ray. When it hit the water, you can kind of see the outline. It looks like a giant manta ray, and I'm going to swim alongside it. The boat, I'll be a little bit, maybe about 5 feet down, and a little bit under the boat, and kind of keep an eye on what's going on.
That's awesome. Okay, so this is like
Very cool.
you falling off the main ship into the water, and then you start swimming alongside the sea glider, this smaller little sailboat. Okay, so you all
You big bloody show. I love it.
So you all head to shore. By the time you get to shore, there is still quite a bit of mist here in the swamp, but the sun has burned off quite a bit of the fog, and you're now able to see little patches of blue sky. It is a crisp fall morning. It is not super warm and muggy and humid. This swamp is very different from, some of the swamps you've experienced in your past. And Volric, when you dive into the water, it does kind of take your breath away a bit. It's a little shocking, but nonetheless pleasant with your manta ray cloak on. Pulling up into shore, you hear the boat kind of squelch against the mud, and you see slinking out from behind the tree the familiar saurian form, this lizard-like form of Ashuak, kind of appearing and looking at all of you as you step off the boat. Volric, you coming out of the water, still dripping wet, and the cloak itself seems to form back into just a normal cloak as it dries off. And you also see that Ashuak, as they're looking, you see that curious little squirrel-sized dragon creature kind of curl around their neck and look over at all of you, wide-eyed with these big, bright yellow eyes. Ashuak tilts their head and looks at you all. I see you've returned. Good. Are you all ready?
As ready as we're ever going to be.
All right.
And a good day to you as well, Ashwa.
Good morrow. Is that... I've heard them say that. Yes.
Close enough.
And Ashwak kind of...
Yes.
Ashwak comes up to you, Aize, just like looking you over very carefully. And they just sort of reach a long, slender finger out with these big claws and just kind of gently poke your arm. And just they seem to be just watching their finger push into your flesh and how it just kind of like gently pushes in. And they go, fascinating. It's so soft.
Yes, indeed, I am a soft skin. Yes, a soft skin.
Normally, I'm used to things so soft being things that I
Yeah, no eating the help, all right?
Ah, no, of course. I would never. And then they
Can I
kind of
touch your
turn.
friend?
They kind of jerk back towards you, looking at you. Yes, this is Bims. And they hold a hand out as the little dragon creature crawls onto their hand, and they kind of curl out towards you. Say hello, Bims. And the little dragon creature kind of curls up, looking at you, sort of, and they sort of puff their little chest out. You want to pet them?
Yeah.
I want to take it from him and examine it.
Okay. Go ahead and do an animal handling check for me.
Animal handling? What is that?
May I help you there? He said. I'll calm the beast while you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I think I got this.
He's manhandling the.
What? 20.
So
+1.
So Aize, are you literally like grabbing the little dragon creature and like kind of holding them and turning them around?
I'm doing it gently.
Yeah.
But,
So
I'm doing it very gently.
So remarkably, as you reach in, I think so. You have a little help here from Sethreth, who comes up behind you, and Sethreth kind of guides your hand in and tells you to just to gently stroke the belly, and you watch this little dragon creature just go. And just kind of go limp in your hand, and you're now able to hold them. Yes, and just like a squishy little like baby alligator ferret creature. It's just limp in your hand, and you're able to turn it around, look at its tail, its wings. It's a really beautiful creature, and you would know this is a pseudo dragon. They have mottled dark green scales with this like dark jagged kind of stripe pattern that runs from the tip of the nose all the way down to the tip of the tail. And right now the wings are just completely limp in your hand. And you see very interestingly that at the tip of their tail, it goes into what looks to be almost like a little scorpion tip with a little venomous point. Ashawak is kind of looking at you curiously. Ha! Good trick. I've never seen Bims just lie limp like that. They're usually so proud.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's that I'm a friend.
Seems that a time stop has been cast on you.
Am I moving again?
You're moving again. It's remarkable.
Good. It went a little the world got a little unstable there for a moment, but keep that to the little sense that I'm just curious about him. Here, you may have him back.
Ashawak
and then
takes Bims.
I immediately snap open archive and I start, while we can still walk, but I'm making notes. I conjure up a quill and I start making notes about the pseudo dragon that I just examined.
Excellent.
So, is that tail, that point, is it poisonous? Can they attack with it?
Yes. Oh, you're asking. Sorry, you're asking them. All right.
Yeah.
Indeed, yes. That's very painful. Took me a while to train them not to sting me.
So it only causes pain, not death.
It can be potent, can knock one into sleep if they do not resist the poison. Cut.
So I look at Shifty and go, so if a child got stung, probably die,
eh? Yes, most certainly.
Well, would it be possible to buy one as a pet from you? Is that ever if that's a possibility, I'd be interested.
This, mine.
No, another. Not yours, of course. I don't want to be disrespectful.
You're not helping the negotiations.
There are no others like Bims at home. You could
It's a shame.
use eyes to search amongst the dead and the swamp and the stench, and you may find one.
Well, if you do, let me know and I can reward you with some coin or shiny things.
Yes, does have use, I found. Good for queen. I give to queen if you give me coin. Go!
Okay, good to know.
Come this way. And shh, quiet. There are things in the swamp. Careful. And then they start to slink off into the muck.
I go straight up to Bolric and whisper, did I hear him right that he said that if we paid him, he'll give it to the Queen for a bribe for us?
I don't think so.
That could be handy if she's not kind. Anyway, I thought you might want to know.
Wait, explain this. I was preoccupied.
It sounded like he just said then he'd be willing to give it to his queen if I pay him the right coin. I could have misheard him, but that's what it sounded like.
What is it, Sethreth?
Oh, the little dragon creature he has as a pet.
I see. Well, we'll talk about it when we get there.
You start to follow Ashwak into the swamp. I would like to get a marching order from everybody. I'm just gonna send you to this. Oops, I don't know where I sent you. I sent you to here. Just this little blank page, and you can set yourselves up where you want to be. I gave you archive if you ever end up summoning that and need it. Ashwak is going to be in front.
You must have the lighting on. I only see myself right now.
Oh, you only see yourself. Oh, yeah, let me turn the lighting off so you can see everybody. So give me a second. But yeah, I just would like to get a marching order from you all. So I just kind of know where people are as you're going through the swamp. Just assume that the lizard folk there, Ashwak, is in front, and then you can line yourselves up how you want to be behind them. And you don't have to be... Yeah, exactly, Volric. You do not have to be in a straight line. You can spread out.
I'm going to turn to Ren as we're kind of walking, and I say, stay within 30 feet if you can.
Got it.
As you're all doing that, I'm just going to describe as you move through the swamp. So,
careful, you don't get too far behind. You might get ambushed.
Traveling through this swamp that you find yourselves in, it is a bit cold and damp. There is a thick mist that clings to the ground all around you, and you hear the constant squelching sound of mud and muck under your boots. The scent in the air is very strong, with the scent of like salty brine and the decaying plant matter. You see a mix of these large swamp trees. They appear to be some sort of cedar. They have these big, wide trunks with kind of fluted trunks that rise up high above you. And you can see right now that the leaves themselves, even though they look to have almost like pine-like needles, they're starting to fall off the branches. And it is, they're starting to become bare to the elements. As you continue moving forward, Ashwak is carefully scanning in front, and every once in a while stopping you all, listening, sniffing the air, and then continuing waving you forward. Is everybody good on their marching order?
Who is this person?
Oh, this is Eloise. They are going to stay with Aspen, so they'll be next to Aspen.
So, looking at this, we got the lizard in the front.
We have...
Rorik, you're flanking to the left?
Yeah, I've just off to the side.
I'm not going to summon archive yet.
Okay.
But I'll just have the icon ready.
Cool.
I'll flank to the right a little bit then.
And I'll show everybody what we're looking at here.
And these are 5-foot squares?
Yes, these are 5-foot squares. Correct.
All right, so we're staying back from the people in front who are more quiet.
Okay, cool. All right, as you move through the swamp, what I would like to know from all of you is what are you doing as you move through the swamp? Are you trying to be quiet? Are you doing anything else?
Are we heading south or east?
You are heading south.
Okay.
Kind of southeast. You're kind of going a little inland, but you are going south.
So
Gotcha. So on the map, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as observant as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be focused. All of my focus will be into my perception.
Perception. Okay.
And I'm gonna turn to Rin, and if she's not sneaking, because I know she can also sneak like with barely any foliage, I will remind her to keep her head low.
Okay.
I'm assuming that it's quite difficult, the terrain, and these lizards would be showing us the safest path. So anyone that's probably not following his footsteps might be struggling. Would that be correct?
Yes. If you are straying significantly off the path that they're showing you, you will be struggling. And they do eventually, as you start to go deeper into the swamp, especially Sethreth and Rin, you pick up that there is a trail. There is a defined trail that starts to make itself kind of like you realize that Ashuak has led you on to this trail. And I would say that Rin, you start to notice right away that in the mud you see prints that are not your own, and they're not Ashuak's, but they match the same kind of look as Ashuak. So there's clearly been other lizard folk walking on this trail.
Are you saying?
Go ahead, Aize.
Are you saying that it's best to travel single file?
I will give you this. If you don't travel, you can travel like 5 feet on either side of where Ashuak is, so that's like a total of 15 feet, and you won't be in difficult terrain. But if you go beyond that, you'll be kind of sloshing through the muck.
Yeah, I thought that might change it for everybody.
So I have something cool to mention.
Yeah.
Tactically, it won't have a huge effect, but Rin, when she hit level 6, she has a new favored terrain, and because we were in the Isle of Dread, it's swamps.
Oh yeah.
So when we're traveling for at least an hour, we no longer are slowed or hampered by terrain, and then we can't get lost except for by magical means.
Awesome.
That being said, moving 10 or 20 feet through the swamp when we're fighting would be a different thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and it does take you a bit traveling on this path. It definitely after an hour, Rin, you are almost gracefully darting around your companions and kind of guiding them. You see, like at one point, Aize about to just like step into what looks to be a huge like sinkhole, like that's covered in peat, and you recognize it immediately. If Aize were to step on it, he would probably sink 10 feet down into this sinkhole, and you stop him at the last second. But you all manage to continue moving through this swamp without much difficulty. If you're all gonna try to be as quiet as Ashuak, I would like, yeah, go ahead.
Just like small thing, she'd already be sneaking, but she's also wearing boots of elven kind that make sure that she doesn't make sound. So
yeah,
just mentioning that before I forget.
Got it. If you could all make stealth checks for me, we'll do a group stealth check to see if the group can stay quiet enough.
What kind of armor is Eloise wearing?
Good question. She is wearing, I believe it is chainmail.
That's heavy. I'm gonna give her guidance on her stealth check.
Understood. Okay, what do we got here?
Wow, I got a 16 even in plate.
So Aize got a 17.
Impressive, Ulrich.
9, 18, 16. All right, and Eloise, I need to pull Eloise's token because I don't have it set up yet. I just need...
Sorry, the window just won't close when I'm trying to open a thing, but I'll do it eventually.
Yeah, I just need Rin and Shifty. 23, amazing.
Shifty, a real Capone.
Yeah, and Eloise gets a 9. Okay. And a 24 for Rin. Amazing. Okay, so You all managed to actually stay very quiet. Yeah. Yeah, you all managed to stay really quiet through the swamp. Oshawott actually looks kind of impressed as they're leading you through. I guess I will have Oshawott make a stealth check as well. Yeah, 17. Cool. Okay, let me see something here. And we are getting close to break time, so I'm gonna I think we can take a break here in just a second. All right. So, as Oshawott leads you and the sun starts to rise a bit higher in the sky, an hour goes by, squelching through this mud, and eventually, as you're moving through these thick trees, you see that the boggy forest opens up to reveal kind of a muddy bank that leads down to this sluggish river that is going east-west. And there is that really strong scent of the brine and the plant matter just like filling the air as you go towards this. Oshawott stops at the bank and looks around carefully. Volric, you said you were going to be searching, so go ahead and make a perception check. And I think Aize, you said you were too. So Aize, you can either give Volric advantage or you can make one as well.
I'll give Volric advantage.
Okay, go ahead, Volric.
That.
Go, Volric.
Ooh, how about a 24?
24.
Well done.
All right.
It's my sailor perception.
Yeah. So Oshawott glances around and then turns to you, Volric, quietly and just kind of holds up a scaly finger. We must cross. I can swim just fine. I don't know about the rest of you soft-skinned folk. But be careful. Thousand Teeth's children may be about.
Oh, that's good to know.
Do not make such loud sounds, soft-skin. And as they say that, Volric, you're carefully scanning. And you see down in a bed of reeds what you thought was a log. And you, being used to this, encountering crocodiles before, you are carefully looking at every single log that you see, seeing if it moves, seeing if there's any silhouette of a creature there. And you see this log in the mass of reeds right by the shore. And you do see what looks to be kind of a serpentine head, just barely rising out of the water. But as you're staring at it, this isn't a crocodile. The shape isn't right. And you're very familiar with crocodiles.
Yeah,
You
intimately
suddenly-
so, since I was killed by one.
Yes, you were.
Digestively.
I'm aware. The first thing you notice is some movement, like more movement than you would expect from a crocodile, this like ambush type creature. You see these strange little barbels, almost like little worms, rising up off the snout at like various points, and they're just twitching and writhing in the air. And then you see an eye kind of peel open as Aize says that, and his voice kind of carries across the water, and the eye peels open. You see a big, round, bulbous yellow eye that looks up in your direction. And then you watch as another eye peels open, and then another one, and then another one. And there's all these little barbels just going up in the air. Volric, what do you do as Oshawott turns back and goes, all right, it's safe. Let us cross. And
I message him and I say, it's not, with my cantrip. It's not. And I'll just look in that direction. And then my one hand that's not holding the sword will go back to the group with wide fingers to impress upon them to stay where they are.
Okay, you hold your hand back. Oshawott kind of straightens up and looks looks up in the air, kind of confused, and then seems to understand what's happening. Looks at you, and you look in that direction. They look. As they hiss, there is a sudden burst of water from where that snout is, and you watch this probably 12-foot long serpent-like form come slithering out of the water. We're going to take a break right there, as I need all of you to roll initiative as this kicks off. But let's take a break first.
Real prestidigitation.
All right. Let's take a quick break. Does anybody here have any announcements they want to make? Anything you all want to talk about? Otherwise, we can just send us over to the break screen and, take care of ourselves.
I'll come back with some stuff.
Okay.
Quickly.
Cool. I will do my usual plug here. Tomorrow night, I will be streaming my other live stream, which is Story Reckless. We go live every Monday night at, oh my God, my brain, at 7:30. My brain is a little fuzzy. 7:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So please swing on by if you enjoy this. It's very similar, minus the cosplay. And check us out if you have the time. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to plug. Ulrich, Eric, or Josh, or Erica, if you're all good.
Only a couple things. We do have a Facebook group, Dress to Quest, which is where we'll drop a lot of announcements and things, as well as previews for the next shows, recorded video links, which leads me to point 2. We do have a YouTube channel as well, also called Dress to Quest, and we have a playlist that has every episode so far, and we will continue to populate with that. So please consider looking us up, Dress to Quest, on YouTube and Facebook.
Indeed, yes. Please swing on by, check us out. If you have the time, we'll greatly appreciate it. And you mentioned the Facebook group, Eric. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna send us over to our little break screen here while we all kind of take care of ourselves, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Be right back. If I can remember where it is. There it is. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're just about ready to jump back into our game here, but first, Jack, I'll pass it over to you.
Hi everyone, as I'm sure the regular viewers know, I'm the owner of Project H2. You can check me out on Facebook under Project H2, as well as you can jump on our webpage, which has been recently updated at one word, projecth2.au. Jump in there and you'll find some new goodies and you can see some of the stuff I'm working on. Also recently I was very lucky to be a guest on Tabletop Misfits, and good old James did an interview with me. We had a great chat. You can get on their page on Facebook and check out what we had a discussion about. I did mention also about the crew here and some of the little things about Sathreth. I didn't leak too much, and discuss the business, so you can check those things out too. On our webpage, we've got a new section called Pop-Up Market, where I'm putting things that I'm now importing into Australia that I can also ship to the States. Some of the new things include the Game of Thrones beer mugs and goblets and such, and wine goblets. I've got cosplay swords coming very soon. They're already 3 weeks overdue, so got a love shipment at the moment. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. Also cool things like Iron Man's gauntlet. This is the kid size, and they got the actual stones as well in them that light up. And the cool thing about these, I won't fit it in my hand, it's way too small, but you can actually wear them and they move. Adult version already sold, getting more in. Yeah, so check us out, see all the goodies we got. I'll be updating more things as I go along. So, because I recently did a market, and I at that market debuted and released a lot of the new goods that I've been importing, and I will start updating them on the webpage every week. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, everybody go check all that stuff out. Jack's stuff is amazing. You can see it on our stream with Volric's sword and Sethreth's sword. Super awesome stuff.
You could definitely do some custom stuff, that's for sure. I mean, imagine if you're an artificer, he could actually get you all suited up.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. If everybody's ready, let's jump into this.
Do it.
Into this combat. All right, so I need everybody's initiative. So I'm gonna roll initiative for my NPCs here, and then we will. So everybody keep your initiative in mind. I think it might automatically add it, which is awesome.
Click on the character first.
Yeah, if you click on the character, it should automatically add it. And if it doesn't, just keep it. Remember what it is, and I can add it. So cool. It looks like we got Aize in there. We got Shifty in there. We got Sethreth. Looks like we're missing Aspen, Rin, and Volric.
I haven't rolled that good an initiative in a long time.
I rolled mine early.
You rolled yours early. Oh, yeah. Got it. What did you get, Volric?
22.1.
22.
Wow.
I got a 15.14.
Okay. Let me add these. So, Volric, 22.1.
Dice are hot for you today, Eric.
And
no, I'm on fire.
Aspen, what did you get?
15.14.
And then Rin, did you roll? I didn't see it.
Yeah, sorry, I
okay.
was not clicking my character, so it wasn't registering it.
What did you get?
My first initiative roll was 5.16.
5.16. Okay. Okie doke. Let's do this in order. Okay, so the way this is gonna work, these creatures do get a surprise round, not on you, Volric, because you spotted them before they were, before they pounced, but they are gonna surprise Ashuak and everybody else. So Volric, you actually can react first. I'm gonna show you where you see one of these creatures bursting out of the muck. So you see this one here, Volric, as it is suddenly writhing out of the mud and the reeds going straight towards Ashuak. What do you do?
All right. I'm going to intercept that one.
Okay, go for it.
So, is there any terrain issues for me on land here? Is it normal movement?
So the land, normal movement. If you go into anything that is clearly water, and if it is ambiguous, just ask me and we'll make a call. But anything that is clearly water is difficult terrain. So.
Okay, cool. So what I'd like to do, if it sounds like is it initiative? Oh, that's right. It's moving a surprise round. So I would like to intercept it by the time it gets on land. So I'll pace my run towards it if I can.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Okay. And as I do that, I'll be using my bonus action to Giant's Might. So I'll be doing the reverse Ant-Man and growing to 9 feet tall again. And I'm going to try and grapple it.
Wow. Okay.
About 10 feet or so from Ashuak.
Okay, so go ahead and place yourself, and we'll kind of do this as like this is happening simultaneously. I mean, I'm assuming mechanically you're running up and holding your action to grapple it when it gets within range.
Yeah.
Okay, so you run up, and I will make you grow. Look how smooth it is. I'm just kidding. There we go. So you grow up as you go squelching through the mud. This thing is, it comes skittering out of the mud towards you, and it gets to here, right? Because
do these things have long necks?
So
we describe them, or are they little balls?
As it comes out of the water, what you see, it looks like a long snake kind of serpent, but it's too thick. It's almost like a big thick meaty neck, but it does kind of taper at the back in this really weird way where you see like a multitude of almost tendril like tails sort of like whipping back there as it's slithering through the mud, and it's kind of awkward as it's like sliding through the mud, and you now see as it comes up into view, there are these little almost tentacle like barbels sprouting all over it that are just twitching and moving, and its whole head is covered in a multitude of eyes that are in kind of weird spots that are just as it slithers up towards Ashuak. Bulric, it gets right next to you. You can reach down and try to grab onto it.
Yes.
So go ahead and make a...
Yeah, I do have a slight misgiving with all the barbs, but I'm doing this anyway. So basically, because...
Oh, these are these are barbs as in like squishy worm-like tentacles. They're not like pointy barbs, yeah.
Thank you. Good to know. Okay, so essentially I'm going to be coming in. I'm going to kind of palm strike the side of its head to direct it under my arm, and then get what you call like a reverse headlock, and then turn my body and twist and pull back.
Oh, awesome.
So it's going to be fully like in a very uncomfortable position, so I have control over it. Just trying to elaborate on my grapple.
Yes, go for it. Let's see. It's going to roll a strength check.
Yeah, 18.
18? It gets a 14. So it
right.
starts to wriggle, and you feel it moving under your arm, and you pull back, and it's getting pulled back, its jaw like unhinging. You see this strange tongue whip out, and it seems to suddenly almost split into two tongues that are like, and then it almost seals back together. It's really weird. And Volric, as you're standing right there next to it, as it's writhing in your arm, you can see its multitude of eyes bulging out at you. There's just this kind of perpetual inky black fluid that's just like dripping down out of its eyes. What do you? Is that your action, Volric?
No. Then I'm going to use Action Surge, and I say, "This is gonna hurt," and I cast. I believe it's a new spell I have now. Cloud of Daggers.
Okay.
Yes, Cloud of Daggers. So essentially in a 5 foot by 5 foot area, which is essentially where a creature stands. In this case, I'll pick one of the further hexes. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And he automatically will take 44 damage. And then he takes 44 damage at the end of each round that he's still in that hex.
Whew, okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that damage.
Yeah, so 44.
Oh, deadly.
4. Oh, 5 damage, but the sucker's held there, so if he doesn't get out, he's taking some more later. So he takes 6 points of slashing damage, and that will be my turn.
So, question for you: what does this look like?
So essentially, it's a bunch of axes, very Nordic-looking rune carved axes that kind of flitter about in a chaotic pattern in that tight area.
Awesome. Where do they? Sorry, just to clarify, where do they spring from? Is there like a flash of light or?
Right at there's kind of like a burst of light in the core area that it appears, and then it just starts to do a little Cuisinart effect.
And these axes start, and as they spin, you just watch this like fleshy side of this weird worm-like snake just start to peel open, and entrails start to spill out and get caught up in the axes. These things do seem to tear apart pretty easily. It starts to shriek in your arms, but it can't do anything. All right, it's technically their turn as you do all this, since they got that surprise round. And now the rest of them burst forth from the water. As like 4 more of these big worm-like snakes come writhing up out of the water. So we got one there, and yes, one across the way. So this one is gonna go for Ashuak. This one, 30 feet. Yep, you can get to Ashuak. And then this one comes, you see the water getting displaced as it comes swimming quickly across. It's gonna dash up to you, Volric. Comes up out of the mud, but it is unable to bite you. These first 2, this one's gonna go for Ashuak, and it's gonna try to constrict Ashuak. So, yes, gets Ashuak with a 20, deals 10 bludgeoning damage, and Ashuak is now grappled and restrained. So Ashuak and gets like squeezed in this big muscly rippling creature, and that was 10 damage. The other one, now that Ashuak is restrained, it's going to get advantage on its bite attack on Ashuak. So it comes slithering up and starts to helix with its companion, and its jaw unhinges. And it's going to try to bite down onto Ashuak. With advantage. Yep, it hits. It deals 5 piercing damage. And an additional 2 acid damage as these like viscous drippings start to out of its mouth onto Ashuak, and Ashuak starts to scream. All right, next up. Oh, and you see the little pseudo dragon Bims just dart off and kind of fluttering up in the air, looking panicked. I do need to roll initiative for Bims. All right, that takes us back to the top of the round as they got their surprise round. As we get back to the top, Volric, you're crushing this thing with your arm, and it's getting shredded by the axes. You hear to the north and south, kind of a little distant, more coming down the river. All right, Volric, you're up.
All right, cool. So the one that I grappled, it essentially doesn't do anything?
Oh, right. No, you're right. It does get to do something. Thank you.
Okay. Wait, never mind.
No, it's so you're grappling it. It's gonna try to grapple you. It's gonna use its constrict ability. So it's gonna start wrapping around you. So here we go, Volric. It got a 22.
Oh, okay.
So it starts to wrap around you, and it deals 9 bludgeoning damage as it starts to squeeze.
But now, okay. So question: it hits me and then it gets the grapple, or it's grappling me and I do opposing check?
No, this is an automatic. It's part of its ability. Like it hits you and then it automatically grapples you.
Right. So it did hit me already.
Oh yes. It's so you're holding it, and basically it takes its long snake-like body and starts to try to wrap itself around you, and now you're both tangled. You are technically restrained, so any attacks will have advantage on you now as it's holding you there.
How much was it?
A 9 bludgeoning damage.
I'm dead.
You're dead. Okay. Volric, as it's curling up, its head manages to kind of get loose from your arm, and it peels up right up next to your face, and you see its fangs there, and acid starting to dripping onto your cheek, burning little bits of your cheek. All right, Volric, you're up.
All right. Cool. So I go, haha, now it's a party. And I'm going to bring my head back. And then any creature that I've grappled, because I have the Tavern Brawler feat, I automatically do a D4 damage. So I'm going to essentially headbutt it.
Oh, awesome.
So no strength bonus, but takes 2. And then I'm going to take. Actually, I can break the grapple, but that's an attack to break the grapple.
Okay.
No, I'm asking, right?
Yes. Well, it's an action.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And he hit me pretty easily last time. He hit my armor class pretty easily.
He hit you or you?
You know what? That's too much. I'm slowing it down. I'm slowing it down. So I have him. I headbutt him, and then I keep him tight under my meaty arm because I'm so big at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach around and try and grapple the other one that's on the other side of me.
Got it. Okay, so it makes an athletics check.
Yeah.
It gets a natural 20, so you got to beat a 23.
Here we go. It's on. Am I biting off more than I can chew? Here we go. Okay. 28.
Holy crap! So this thing is like, you feel it starting to this secondary one as you grab onto it. It starts to crush your arm, but you manage. What do you do to grapple it? Like you have one in one arm, and now you're pulling another one in.
Yeah. So basically, I turn as I release my hand that's around the neck because I had kind of like almost a full Nelson kind of choke. I just kind of backhand it, which allows me to scoop the arm around. Now I have both of them under my armpits. And I'm straddling with them.
Awesome. All right. And Volric, as you headbutt that one, you feel some of that acid spit splash onto your right eye, and it starts to burn a bit. All right. Next up is
I have a bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm going to I say little help here, and I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on Rin.
Did you use your bonus action to headbutt, or was that an action?
So that's an automatic.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just an automatic thing. I just do damage.
Got it. So Rin, you get bardic inspiration.
However, I realize
spinning axes.
I realize I still say that. I realize that I need to do something else because I'm worried about Ashwak. Instead, for my bonus action, I will cast Healing Word. I'll roll the dice. I'll let you keep moving. It's a D4 plus.
Awesome. Roll the hit points, and then I also need to know. No one's hero. Tired of these everybody knows the line. All right.
About your axes.
Yeah, your axes, Volric.
Those are only at the end of his round.
Got it. Okay. Sethreth, you're up.
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to tap into my rage.
Okay.
That's what you just do. Let's see what I roll. D8. We get a 1 on it. No, I've never had a 1 before. A 1 will give me. I'll search. A 1. Oh, I've had it before. Shadowy tendrils lash around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take a D12 of necrotic damage. I also gain a D12 of temporary hit points.
Was that within 30 feet of you?
Yeah, so each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed. So what we got? Are they all within 30 feet?
All of them are within 30 feet, yeah.
So all of them need to do a Constitution saving throw, which would be...
they gotten... well, I gotta do
8
this.
plus 3 is 11 plus Constitution 3 again, so 14? 14 or better.
14, okay, one of them succeeds, the rest fail.
Cool.
So go ahead
they
and roll
all
it.
take a D12. Do you want me to roll
Yes,
that?
please.
Should I roll a 4D12s for each? 3D12s?
Just roll the wait,
One.
sorry, they just take a D12 of damage, just roll 1 D12. and we'll apply it to
1d12.
all of them.
All right, here we go. Fingers crossed. It's got to be good. 8's not
Whoa! Okay.
bad.
So what does this look like? Inky black tendrils shoot out from you?
Yeah, necrotic damage. So let's just say they're red because they come from the axe. And Sethreth, I'm gonna act it. Why not? You only live once. So Sethreth looks around, sees that literally looks like he gets his axe and he starts to point it at him. Hold back, you fiends! And from his axe, this red serpentine snakes shoot out of it and go up and wrap themselves around each one and start biting it. That's the damage.
Awesome. So as these red spectral snakes start biting onto the fiendish snakes, you watch the one with the axes that are tearing its entrails out, and Volric is holding it. You watch it just go, and it kind of shrivels, and all of the life gets sucked out of it, and it goes limp in Volric's hand. So that one is killed. Volric, you are no longer restrained.
And I'll roll to see what my temporary hit points go up by. Maxed it.
Amazing. So you have 12 temporary hit points. All right, so that was your bonus action. What do you do next?
So no, that's an action. Oh no, that's my bonus action, rage, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And as an action, I'm going to also utilize something that's new that I got for this level. Bolstering magic. You can harness your wild magic to bolster yourself or a companion. So I'm going to bolster myself by touching. For 10 minutes, the creature can roll a d3 whenever making an attack roll or an ability check, and add that number rolled to the d20.
Amazing.
So I will literally look like I'm blessing myself. Axe to the forehead. It's coming from the axe more than me. At least that's what I'm thinking it is.
Mm-hmm.
So from now on, every attack I get to do a d3 on top to see if I hit.
Awesome.
And that lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. So that gets rid of one of my attacks, and then I will move to. I'm gonna move here just because I'm worried that the other one's gonna get shifty.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the one that's wrapped around our lizard friend there.
Okay, go
with
for
my
it.
last attack. And help him out, hopefully. Alright, let's see if we can get a good attack roll going. Widowmaker, make me proud. Woo! Jeez, 20. 20 hits, I don't even, surely it hits.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
And I'm not going to worry about the other D3 because we've already hit. So that's a big whopping 18 points of damage from one hit. Boom!
That obliterates this thing as you bring the axe through and just cut it right in half, and it releases Oshawak, who kind of falls on the ground looking incredibly hurt, and looks up at you thankful, but the other snake is getting ready to all right,
Get behind me!
yes. Okay,
Just for a thing, Jack, you have 2 attacks.
well I think
I
used
one.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. Sethreth, is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, next up is Aspen.
I thought long and hard about this. I'm going to guiding bolt the one right in front of Volric.
Go for it.
I'm gonna cast that at level 1. 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. I'm gonna quicken that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit him with 2 Eldritch Blast.
Whew. Okay.
The first one has advantage. Let's roll again. Hold on.
Yeah.
20. Okay.
Yeah, this thing is completely annihilated. The guiding bolt causes it to burst in a bright light of viscera, and then the 2 Eldritch Blasts go flying through and just hit the head that's flying through the air, which just explodes, and the tail as well, and there's just like a rain of guts that goes out over the river. So that thing is destroyed. These things do seem to be really, they just tear apart, but they are quick and they deal a good amount of damage. All right, Aspen, is that your turn?
Yeah, I think I did. Did I only do one Eldritch Blast or two?
You did too.
Because the first one would have had advantage.
Yeah, no, that thing was
Yeah,
obliterated.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so the guiding bolt, 2 Eldritch Blasts explode this thing, and that takes us to Aize. Aize, there's one left. You can hear more coming down the river.
Can I see them?
You look to the north, and you do see a displacement of water pushing through. There seems to be 2, and then looking to the south, there's at least 2 more coming.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it was 4 of them together. I'll just I'll break out my wand, open up the archive, and so this looks well in hand. I don't think we need to bring out the big stuff. We use this one, I think, archive. Here. And I fire off. Where are you? Nina, how you doing? And I throw a flame bolt.
Flame bolt, okay.
Flame bolt at the one remaining one.
Go for it.
Engage with this current. And I cast and I go, you know what we're doing? And I lift the letter off the page. And I blow it off the end of the wand so it, and then transform it into a bolt.
Yes, you watch the letter turn into this bolt of fire, striking towards it.
17?
17 hits. 7 damage.
I think, yeah.
All right, that final strike hits that one, and it flops onto the ground, limp, dead. You can hear more coming down the river. Shifty, you are up. So the ones coming down the river, let's see, they are, call it like 50 feet away to the north from you. And the other ones are good like 60 or more.
Is it dark vision? 'Cause I don't know if I have my dark vision goggles on. It depends on if it's dark or not.
It is not dark. It is the middle of the day.
I see that they're coming. I was like, or can I see that with my short size?
You hear them at least. You know they are coming.
I hear them?
Yes.
We dispatched them. Let's go. Let's move. And I'm going to use, actually, I'm not even sure where to go across. So I'm going to try to go and wherever I can to make sure that I'll try to keep myself from getting too wet. But obviously that's going to happen. I'm going to use the double movement.
Okay.
Or just like my full movement, pretty much.
Go for it.
To do a dash. And I think I have the cunning action, which lets me do an extra dash.
That's
so
right.
I can go. I'm not sure if it's difficult terrain or not. Is it difficult terrain?
The water is, but the land is fine.
Okay, I'm around 50 feet to try to get across.
Okay. Just
That's where we're headed, right?
yeah. Go ahead and move your token.
So I guess I'm gonna go to the edge by. I'm gonna not be in the water though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go right here. Oops, let me get back here. And I think I'm going to be my turn. I don't think I have anything else I can really do besides that, except to just shove everybody to move.
Okay.
And that's it. No, actually, yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. So you hear more screaming coming down the river as these snake-like creatures, you see them kind of breaching up out of the water periodically as they let out these screeches, hurtling down through the muck towards you all. However, they are a bit far away, so they're going to have to dash to get up to you all.
Are we better to face them on the bank or try and get across?
As you were saying this, one of these huge snakes comes slithering up onto the muck. Ashwak kind of falls back on their foot and looks up and says, "On land, not in the water."
Right.
And
Planet Ape on the water.
more come.
You might want to get back and get healed.
So, yeah, they're just all swarming in, surrounding Volric. And
Go to Ulrich.
you hear,
Tough guy.
you hear a few more of these screeches down the river. There seems to be at least 3 more coming down the river. But that is all they can do. They dash up to you all. Rin, you're up.
All right, I'm
Why
just
don't- why don't you
counting
just,
squares.
Why don't you just delete 2 of the monsters now?
Just put the little red X's and then.
I probably should. You're right. You all are oof, powerful.
All right. Sorry, doing fun math stuff because I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Okay. Right, and bring my multiplication tables. All right, I'm gonna bring Rin up over here.
Uh-huh.
And
Oops. Perfect. Seeing all the little mistakes I'm making.
I'll go one more. All right. And shooting with sharpshooter too. Oh god, there is so many.
More fun, more targets.
Yeah.
Putting this one off to the side. It is dead.
All right.
There you go.
I'm gonna start with the one that's the closest in my range, near Sephiroth.
Okay.
Aww.
Don't worry, I won't one shot it.
Alright.
She says that she starts to pull back. All right, and also declared favored foe, but that's assuming I hit.
Okay.
And I should probably click the correct things if I want to do this. Sorry, it's not opening up.
That's fine.
There we go. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. Is that 19 damage?
Yeah.
All right. Now, for those of you at home, this is the fun part when you make homebrew monsters and don't really fully understand what your players are capable of, and then they one-shot your monster. So this thing, as it comes slithering up into the mud straight towards Ashwak, Rin, you just step back and swiftly fire your arrow straight through one of its eyes, and it falls into the muck. It is dead.
Sorry.
Rin, I said don't kill it!
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to do it too much. Sorry.
All right, that's your first attack.
All right, and then for my, oh yeah, I also have 2 shots.
Uh-huh.
Yay, I love being a ranger. All right, the second shot this time to the second one that is top right to Volric.
Got it. Go for it.
Oh, wow.
So that one as well.
Wait, let me make sure I got all my things right. I'm hoping. Yep, all my check boxes. That is correct.
Indeed it is. This is incredible. So that one as well gets shot and just tumbles into the mud, limp. Is that it for you, Rin, or do you have any other?
I also have Bert.
Bert.
I'm going to. I still don't have a sheet here, but I'm gonna have him attack the rightmost of Volric, and you fly back to me.
Okay.
And I forgot what I'm rolling for that.
You're all plus 6. D20 plus 6.
Does
Got it.
Bert provoke an attack of opportunity or no?
So he has.
Oh, he has flyby.
Flyby.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, so go for it, Bert. Let's see.
Plus 6, 16.
That just hits.
Oh god.
All right.
D4 plus.
Oh god.
This would be amazing.
Well, like he's claw attack.
So
3.
Is that 3 damage or?
Does he have any pluses?
Yeah, it's plus 5. D4 plus 5.
Is it actually plus 5?
It goes 8.
Let's
You're
refer to
kidding.
other sheet.
It does 8 damage? My god. Okay, so Bert flies in, flies down, and just tears through the side of this thing, and you see more entrails come spilling out. The entrails themselves, they're kind of blackened as they spill out, and they themselves seem to sort of start squirming. And Bert just darts back to you.
Just has black all over his beak.
Yeah. Just kind of. All right, next up. Is that it for you, Rin?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay.
You've done enough.
Wow, you guys. Oh my goodness.
That's our Rin.
All right.
Show up!
This. It's now Eloise. Eloise is going to. I mean, yeah, I don't. She's feeling pretty confident right now too. She's just gonna use. She's gonna use Sacred Flame. So she holds her hand out, says a quick prayer to Torm, and is gonna cast Sacred Flame on the one to the south of Volric. Excuse me. So it needs to make a. Where's my character sheet? There it is. It needs to make a Dex save. If I remember Sacred Flame. 13. What is Eloise's spell save DC? Just playing D&D with myself. And it succeeds. So, little burst of light next to it. It does not hit it. And I think that's all she can do. Oh. Actually, she could have... Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. I will remember next time. She could have gone and healed Ashuak. Okay.
Poor Wash. Poor.
Yeah, okay, so she does that. And then I think she kind of realizes her mistake and looks over at Ashuak, wide-eyed, her hand kind of shaking. Ashuak is bleeding profusely, but it is Ashuak's turn. He'll actually move back towards you all. Kind of pushing up into the brush, and
I told him to fall back before, so that was talking.
Yeah, so he does that, and he pulls out, what does he have? He has a javelin. Perfect. Yeah, he's gonna throw a javelin. With the 16, he hits, and for some reason it did not roll the damage. I don't know why. He does 6 damage. As the javelin sails through the air and sticks into the one next to Volric. Black ichor kind of pouring out of its side. And that is Ashuak's turn. Volric, you're up. You have these 2 large snake creatures next to you, and you hear more coming down the river.
Awesome. Ah, that's really in my eye. And so my left eye is just completely shut.
It's kind of
by acid.
bubbling.
And, yeah. Now, so I have a question. Of those 2 that I had my arms wrapped around,
Yeah.
Are either of them fully like blown to pieces? Or sorry, or not? Are they like just like putty at this point?
There is one that is still the one that had the axes carving through it. The kind of top half of it is still intact.
Okay, cool. So I never let go of it then. And I'm going to take it and swing it around my head and use my Tavern Brawler and use it as an improvised weapon. And I'm going to hit the one that's south of me.
Okay.
And that one's actually just north of the blades. So I'm going to knock it. If I hit it, I have a bard thing I can do.
Okay.
So let me try the unarmed strike.
Excuse me, everybody.
Oh,
Okay, go
take
for
it back. I'll have to use my sword because this ability doesn't work with improvised weapons.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, just a regular sword attack.
Go for it.
Here we go.
You're hitting the one that's to the south of you?
Yeah. So this way.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. That's on.
You know what's going to be funny? Is when you kill it and it doesn't get pushed.
Because it just explodes.
Let's see what happens.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah. So got all the things going on here.
Come on, you old sea dog.
Click a couple boxes. All right. So longsword. Shoot. This isn't. I don't have the two-handed version up. Ignore the D8 damage. I'll re-roll a D10.
Okay.
Here's to hit though.
Okay.
So here we go. So it's a 14. Does a 14 hit?
No, that misses.
Misses. Okay.
It darts out of the way as the blade goes over its head.
And that's fully just a miss. And
That's a
then,
miss.
yeah. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to do Healing Word and press both my fingers on my eyelid to try and heal it because I can feel that sucker burning.
Okay. It starts to heal up.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. That's your turn. Okay. Next up is Sethreth. There's 2 left, and there's at least there seems to be 4 more coming. That's all you can kind of gauge right now.
I want more. This is not enough. I'm not quenching the thirst. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. I've got plenty of room. Come up there. Well, I'm just eager to kind of get past on this ability. It's the first time I've used it. So, as I come up next to Volric,
Yeah.
I quickly get the back of my axe and just tap him on the back and pass on the bless. Well, not bless,
Right.
but my skill ability. I'm going to call it my prayer because that's kind of the way he's going to look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, Widowmaker, help him out. Touch it, and you get now also a D3 for all your attack rolls.
As it taps your back, Volric, you just hear a really faint kind of whisper in your mind. Good. Now you will kill them all. And then it kind of fades as the axe pulses with the red light.
With my fingers over my eye, I kind of look back to see who the hell said that.
All right, so Sepeth, you pass it on to Volric.
Yep, so that burns one of my attacks, and then I will attack the creature in front of me with my second attack.
Go for it.
Let's hopefully get something. Alright, got kids at home today, so probably hear chat in the background. Alright, what I get? 13. Let's try that D3. So
Okay.
I'm assuming I just roll a D4 and ignore it.
Roll what I usually do. Roll a D6, and it's 1 through 3, and then again 1 through 3.
Alright, let's max it.
Okay. So
2.
So that's
that would be a 1.
No. That is 2 because that is
Okay.
Yeah. So is that a how much is that?
That
15?
makes 15.
That just hits.
All right, cool. So that's 15 points of damage. Take that, you dirty rat.
Whoa. Okay, that one is just cut in half again, and spills out into the river.
So I slide him next to Volric, give a bit of a tap to his back, pass on the ability, and literally come two-handed down from top, cut the thing, and split it like a banana, and all these black tendrils just drop to the ground.
Amazing. And they're wriggling on the ground into the muck. All right. Is that it for you, Sethreth?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Aspen, you're up. There's one left here, and there's definitely more coming.
How bad was Ashwood hurt after Volric killed him?
Ashawak. Did Ashawak get healed by Volric? How much did you heal?
Yeah,
Ashawak?
he said he healed you for 6 points. He did a
6 points.
Healing word.
Thank you. Ashawak looks okay. Like, there's still, he still seems to be coughing up blood.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down by Ashawak, and I'm gonna do a cure wounds on him at 2nd level.
Excellent.
8 points of healing.
Awesome.
Plus 6, so 14.
14 points of healing?
Yeah, because it's plus 6 at a higher level. I casted it at 2nd level, so it rolled a d8 for me.
Oshawak, you hear bones popping back into place from where he got crushed. You see the wounds seal shut, and he...
And I believe this is, yeah, not much. That's not much else I can do. So yeah,
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do.
They look at you and go,
Oh wait, no, it is actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I'm gonna convert a first level spell slot into another one into sorcery points.
okay, awesome. So you channel that. Oshawak looks at you and goes, thank you, soft one. All right. That is it for you, Aspen?
Yes.
Okay, Aize, it is your turn.
Well, they left me with one again that's mostly injured. Bah! I'm not wasting up with the spell on this fool. Break out the wand. Same thing.
Okay.
Lift the rune off the page. I firebolt it.
All right, go for it. I don't think this little snaky guy is gonna get to do anything. I think he's dead.
Oh,
yeah.
I might miss.
13 definitely
Right.
misses. It overshoots.
Easy.
Is that it for you, Aize?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Just waiting to get rid of these snake nuisances so we can go meet the queen.
Yep. All right, Shifty, you're up.
All right, so that took out all of them, right? Did you take out the last one, or is there one still alive next
There's
to me?
one literally like on top of you, and then there are more screeches coming from up and down river. Yeah.
Okay. Shifty then is going to... Whew, this is a pretty difficult situation we're getting in. It's really dicey. We have to get across, and I don't swim so well. I don't know how deep the water is. So Shifty, he is going to... Let me get my window in. Some of your windows here. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Gonna eat you, Shifty.
So many dead creatures.
Gonna eat you whole, little boy.
Shifty casts Booming Blade. You see his rapier gives us kind of like a glow, or kind of like a glow at it, just as he just strikes true to it. Maybe I didn't check yet.
You got a natural one, unfortunately.
I'm gonna do my second chance then feat.
Oh, okay.
My
Do
that
you
lets
have?
me reroll.
Oh, do you have lucky or something?
I have lucky. Yes, lucky. I mean, not a second chance.
Okay.
I have
go for
lucky.
it.
Because I don't want to end up hurting myself. I think we don't do that, do we? Actually.
No, you're good. Well, I guess we just take that second roll there, the 26, right? So you definitely hit with the 26. Okay. It glows with light, and you strike right into its side. How much damage do you do?
Let me check here.
Oh, you get sneak attack. It's adjacent.
Oh yes, that's right. I don't think I had that clicked on, did I? I put to click that on here, so let me go ahead and just type in that too. So 3d6.
We'll see what the damage roll is, but it's definitely dead, unless you somehow roll like I don't know.
So 11 plus 7.
Wow.
Oh yes. So does it?
So
It
18.
does thunder damage. So you stab into its side, and I think there's like a loud crack, almost like a depth charge within this creature, and you just watch its side burst open from where your sword slid in. It falls down dead again. And you hear the screeches of others coming. Rin, or sorry, is that it for you, Shifty?
Definitely not. If it's
Okay.
destroyed like there, I'm going to say, all right, I'm getting out of here, and I'm going to. Now I can do a full movement, right?
Yeah.
So, and pretty much right above, 5 feet away from me is going to be water.
Oh
Right?
yes.
So it's a half then,
Half movement. Correct.
and I can do 25. Then I'm going to go 50, or 25, 50. So,
You can go 25
75.
feet out into the water.
and then I'm doing my cutting action to do a dash again.
Well,
After that.
what's your movement speed? It's 25, right?
25. Yep.
So you can move 25, then cutting action another 25, and I think that's it.
10, 15, 15, 20, 25, then 5, 10,
Well,
15.
so Shifty, you're moving
20,
out.
I think, right?
You're moving out into difficult terrain. So
That's what I was asking about.
So you can only move.
I was trying to do the math in my head.
Yeah. So you can only move 25 feet out. So you get about halfway out into the muck.
Captain, Captain, you
You'll be
have your
right
boat.
for it.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Okay, so
25.
so this is, I guess, where it becomes ambiguous. Those are reeds. So that is
Oh,
difficult
they are
terrain.
reeds.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I'm just going to go straight across. 5, 10, 15, 20,
That's
25.
it.
There
Yep,
we go.
That's it.
So
So
I'm just kind of swimming
through the muck.
here with my sword, with my rapier between my teeth.
Okay. Going out into the middle of the river. It is now the snake's turns. Rin, I will say, because you're next, you with your, I think you have pretty high perception, if I remember. Yeah, your passive being 15. Yeah. So Rin, you do notice as you scan, you see that there are 6 more coming, but looking out further, you don't hear any other creatures or see any others. This appears to be the last wave of these things slithering through the trees and the muck. So let me reveal these guys as they appear and they come slithering in.
This is where Shifty had a very short time as a captain, a very short tenure.
Actually,
Shifty
yeah,
was captain for a
this
day.
one, absolutely, this one swims right through the water up to Shifty, seeing this little morsel out there. Shifty, as you're swimming, you look over to your left and you see this like weird serpent-like head rise up out of the water. And the other ones are just going to swarm in.
Lord, what's Shifty doing? He's gonna get killed. He's bait.
He must think he's invisible.
He's gonna get killed. Shifty, get out of the water!
Slithering up. Yeah. All right. One of them actually had enough movement. It gets right up to Rin, and Rin, as it slides up next to you, it is going to... Oh, it only got a 14. I don't think it hits with a 14, does it?
It shouldn't.
Okay, so it
Let me-
slithers up next to you and goes to constrict you, and you lightly step out of the way as it just coils
Yeah,
around
I just
thin
missed
air.
it.
Yeah, she has a 15, so you just missed.
All right.
I just made it.
Rin, you're up. There's one of these snake creatures right next to you, and you see 6 more around.
All right. Same deal. Sharpshooter, declaring it my favorite foe if I hit. And obviously I can't move without getting an attack of opportunity.
That's right.
Oh wait, disadvantage.
Yes, you have disadvantage because it is
Nope, I didn't click that yet.
right next to you.
Whoa. Still.
Oh my god. And you
disadvantage.
do 20 damage. So, is this on the one? This is on the one that's right next to you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my God.
so it tries to squeeze you, and then how do you kill it?
It's just like lean, like just like barely avoided getting hit at the cheek. Just instinctively pulls back, and all that fun splatter back with the black.
Yes, black ichor across your face as the arrow goes right into one of those eyes once more, and it just drops limp onto the ground. Okay, that was your first attack.
All right. So I believe I could hit from where I am with the one that's watching Shifty.
Oh, I'm sure you can. You have sharpshooter
Yeah.
and you have a longbow. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's try to keep our captain alive.
Keep him out of trouble more bloody like it. Oh, Jesus.
I didn't do a.
Got some angels looking out for me.
Oh my god, 21
Very
points of
deadly.
damage.
Some call them angels. Shifty's angels. It's Shifty's angels right here.
So-
We're a new
so
show called
Shifty-
Shifty's Angels.
This big snake is coming towards you, and it just disappears into the muck as an arrow. All you see is the end of an arrow go down into the mud. All right. That's your 2 attacks, Rin. You still have Bert, correct?
Yeah. I'm going to purposely send Bert to the leftmost on the map to make sure I'm not stealing any kills this time.
Okay, got it. So you go to the one that is next to Aspen and Ashwak?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
All I can visualize is Shifty on his back, doing backstroke and squirting water at him, gradually cruising across.
I don't think that hits, even with the +5.
With the +5, what did Bert get? No, definitely not. An 11, yeah. So Bert
makes a valiant effort and then just flies back.
Okay. All right. Is that it for you, Rin?
Yep.
All right. Eloise is going to move into a flanking position with Aspen, pulling her mace out. With advantage, she hits, and she does... Really? Oh, wow. She does her stat. Okay. She only does... Oh, she does 5 damage. Nice. Okay. So slams into this thing. You hear bones kind of crunch under the soft flesh, and that takes us to Ashwak, who is going to just they just pull out this like heavy club, slam into it, and then they full on open their jaw and bite down. So they're gonna bite this creature and hit it with their club. So they don't have they have advantage with Eloise. So I'll give them that natural 20 there.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So this is with the club. All right. 2d6. 11 points of damage. They crush this one's skull in, and it falls into the mud, dead. And then they whip around and are going to try to bite into the other one with their mouth. Oh no, a natural 1. Oh man.
He bites his tongue.
Now I really have a lisp. They they miss. Sorry, I can't think of anything creative right now, so I'm just gonna keep it moving. Their jaw just snaps in the air with a loud clack as this thing pulls out of the way. Volric, you're up. There's only 3 left.
All right, cool. It's really in my eye, and I'm still holding it. I kind of twirl my sword and not really looking at it. I'm gonna stab at the one to my north.
Okay.
So I'll take disadvantage on that.
Okay.
Because I'm so preoccupied with my my eye.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Don't forget you get your D3 on top of that.
My daughter just came in and gave me some eyeball soup.
Amazing.
Speaking of eyes, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that disadvantage.
Okay.
But I will take a +3 to hit.
Yes. It's a D3, so roll a D6.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's here's the bonus. It's half of this. So it's only +1.
Yep.
And then I'll roll.
No, it's +2.
No, that's a +2, Eric.
Oh, okay. That's it. Well, plus D6. Okay.
Yeah, because it goes 1, 2, 3, and then when you get to 4, it goes back to 1.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Cool. Okay, so I'll get +2,
Yep.
and then taking disadvantage, and again the damage will be different. I'll have to re-roll that if I hit. With my longsword, here we go. So here we go. There we go.
Come on, fire bite.
Come on. Oh, still got a 22. So that
20.
plus the 2 is 24. So yeah, I hit.
So how much damage is that?
Let me re-roll that base damage,
Okay.
which is the
You guys.
It's at least 17.
It's 8. Yeah, so it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus the D10 because it's two-handed. You use it two-handed. So 13 plus 10, 23 points of damage.
Wow.
Eric, how do you kill this
Handed
thing?
attack.
Yeah, so my eye, and I turn it, and then I just kind of shake it back and forth. And as I shake it, you just see bits and things just kind of flailing all over the place. And I'm just kind of almost doing like a crocodile roll on it with my sword.
Yep, and it just gets eviscerated by the sword, falling into pieces onto the ground. Is that that was only one of your attacks? Do you have another?
I only get one. I'm a 3rd level bard, 3rd level fighter.
Got it. Okay.
So that's it, and I'm gonna save my bonus action because this is well in hand.
Oh yes, you guys are fine. Sethreth, you're up. There's only 2 left.
Well, there's no
Let's
one
do it.
else to tap that's nearby, so I'm just gonna go all out and chainsaw it in half.
Go for it.
Sounds like a plan. I need more monitors to have more screens open at once. 2's not enough.
Oh
First
yeah.
attack. Wow, definitely hit. I'm not even going to bother with the extra D3. And second attack.
Wait, how much damage for the first one?
So first damage was only 13.
That is exactly what you needed. So that first creature is chopped in half, spills
There
out
we
onto
go.
the ground in guts. And
Butchered it.
do you have the movement to get to the next one?
Oh, I do. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I got 40 feet, so I definitely do.
Okay,
So
so
that's
you
the second attack. Full butchered. That's 14 points.
okay. So Sethreth, as you hear the screaming of these snakes slowly getting snuffed out one by one, all that's left is this final snake creature before you that is coiling up before Ashwak. You see the acid dripping from its mouth, and you go running up to it. How do you kill it? In slow motion, just the axe
Slow motion through the head.
slices right through the head. It catches it right in the jaw and just breaks through the bone and slices the top half of its head off as it.
I'll lean over. That's 2 you owe me, lizard man.
All right. Amazing, amazing job, all of you. So, as
I dropped down to one knee. Rin.
Mm-hmm.
My cure spell. This thing is inside my eyeball. You cast a spell for me.
Uh-oh.
Will do.
This is
Gonna
just
take
like the
this
left. Is it the right
time.
eye? You lost the right eye again.
It's my
The left eye this time.
left eye, okay.
Oh no, you lost both eyes now.
He's gonna turn into a swamp snake. Better kill him now.
Just to be safe.
Zephyr's literally joking
I don't know
about
if I clicked that right.
I'm
Because
still
that has
swimming
all-
across.
Ignore some of that stuff.
So, Rin, you go up to Volric, casting Cure Wounds on Volric. You do see the wounds seal up. However, it looks like the acid managed to get directly onto the eyeball itself. And as he takes his hand away, you can see that, yes, the wound sealed, but it has created this thick scar tissue over the sclera of his eye and his pupil. So it's kind of clouded a little.
Damn it. I'm not pretty anymore.
I'll send you a contact.
Never word.
She just tries to like rinse it out as much as she can. Just like, well, at least you got the other one.
Zephyrus comes over. Why is it not properly healing?
It went inside my eyeball. There's certain damage that one can take, and
Can I
yeah, so
walk?
Can you see on that side?
no, I can't open it. And you see it's scarred shut now.
Can I make a medicine check on this?
Yeah.
When I walk over.
Yeah.
Where are those damn things? I mean, he's gonna kill, but
I got a 12, but
12.
I have this thing. Well, I don't know if I failed the roll, but
Mhm.
I have this thing called Favored by the Gods,
Mhm.
which lets me roll 2d4.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I can find. So 19.
A 19. Wow. You lean down, looking at Volric's eye. It looks like, unfortunately, what happened was this acid managed to get, like I mentioned, it kind of got on the eyeball itself. And when the Cure Wounds was cast, it did seal those wounds up, but it kind of created this like cloudy scar tissue over, and part of the eye itself has sealed shut. He
Can
might.
I try?
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, what do you want to try?
I have lesser restoration. I wanted to try that and see if it worked.
What is lesser? What is the specifics of lesser restoration again?
It says you touch one creature and can in either one disease or one condition affecting it.
Mm-hmm.
The conditions can be I can't talk.
That's okay.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay.
And this is an innate thing I can do.
Okay.
So the first time it'll be innate, then I will have to spend the spell slots.
Oh, okay. So you can just do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I can just do it.
Yeah. Okay. So you cast lesser restoration on it. What you see happen? You release the magic. You start to see the eye clearing up and the skin start to release. And Volric, you start to see color and light coming through. And then you watch as, like, where one of those drops of acid hit and there's that bit of scar tissue, it kind of, the skin itself kind of bubbles like a blister and then kind of pops, and this black goo sort of like squirms out and covers the eye, and Volric, you feel a searing pain. You are going to
turn it into a swamp snake?
You take 4 points of acid damage as the eye is once more sealed shut with a hiss and steam rising out.
Holy shit.
I want to go back to the Isle of Dread.
I will do a cure wounds on him.
Okay, go ahead and roll your hit points. Yeah.
13 points of healing.
All right, Volric, so
I'm more than what you
I'm fully
need.
healed.
Okay.
Whatever's going on,
Yeah.
it's just my. All right.
Listen,
Sorry to
man,
be,
do you know
sorry to be
anything
crying
about
like a baby. Let's just move on. I'll let you know if it gets worse.
Ashwak stands up. You see the little pseudo-dragon Bims come fly down and landing on their shoulder. Shifty, you've made it to the other side of the river. You see all your friends there. Ashwak comes over to you, Sethreth, looking down at Volric and then looking at just this like massacre of these snake-like bodies all over the place. Ashwak looks at you, Sethreth. Our guardian. Something is wrong. Thousand Teeth. Something has made them ill, sick. These are their children. Not natural.
It looks safe over here. Yo, you're coming over or what? Stop wasting time.
One sec. Is there any cure?
Yeah, what can we do to help him?
Look at his eye.
Ashwak looks over at Volric, looks back at all of you. I know of none. Perhaps one of the shamans might... Quickly, there may be more of the children. We must move fast. And they move and slink into the muck, and you watch them just start to swim with ease through the water. Whereas it took Shifty quite a while to get through this river, Ashwak just, with their big, powerful tail, pushes through quickly and arrives on the other side.
Volric, you always seem to get the shit end of the stick, don't you, mate?
Well, that's what happens when you go first.
I'm glad it's you and not me. I want to keep looking pretty. How an old timer. Let's
Pretty
go.
ugly.
I like it. How on you, silly old dog.
It's all right. We won. It was a good fight.
I'll help him across if he needs any assistance at all.
So you all, are you all going to swim across? Like, how are you all getting across this river?
If I can wade
I will
across,
actually-
I will wade.
I'll basically be swimming back and forth in a kind of a protective pattern using my cloak of manta ray.
Okay, yeah.
And that way, if anything comes up upon them, I can react.
Okay, yeah. You do that. Everybody else, are you gonna go through, just like swim through or wade through? Yeah.
If I can wade,
yeah.
I'll wade.
Okay.
I will cast alter self on myself,
Okay.
and displaying DTT, and I will shift into my creature from the Black Lagoon form. And I will dive into the water, and transforming archive as well, so that it is protected
Okay.
into fire. And I will use my gills and swim across and climb out of the water on the other side.
With great ease, you swim through the water. As you cast the spell, and does Archive just like transform into something, or does he kind of absorb into your?
Does all of my clothing and all of my equipment transforms with me? It's a physical transformation.
Okay, so as Archive is kind of melding into this new shape of yours, he manages to get out just at the last second. Oh, is it a wonderful choice? Get sucked in to your new form, and you swim across, arriving on the other side. And the rest of you wade across without issue. There doesn't seem to be anything harrying you as you make it to the other side. Are you all just going to continue forward and follow Ashawak the rest of the way?
I'm not going to ask questions. I mean,
Okay, cool.
You know, he's the one who knows things. I mean, I just look over at Borg and I say, "So, you're not going to become one of them, are you?" And I kind of like nod my head over to Ashwak. Like I'm referring, like he's going to turn into one of Ashwak's, one of those little lizard folk, or snake folk maybe. Makes no difference to me.
You're talking to Ashwak, right?
Oh,
I'm talking to you,
talking
Mr.
to Bulwark?
Oh yeah, no. He said, well, I hope not.
A big metal head.
I hope not, because those things are damn easy to kill, and you kill me pretty damn quick.
Yeah, we should probably get over the river faster next time.
I do believe the only reason you got to the other side is because of our sharpshooter Rin over here.
Oh, I think just missed me. But yeah, she's pretty good. I'm getting her my ration of rum. One extra ration for her today. She deserved it.
All right. So you continue following Ashawak through the swamp. Let's see here.
I really don't like this place. Too many bugs.
So it takes you quite a while to get to your location. A good let's see. Yeah, about an additional 5 hours pass as you're pushing through this dense swamp, and it is slow travel with these large swamp trees growing around you. You hear, as Shifty pointed out, you do hear some insects around you, but it is a much more colder climate than the tropical swamp you were in before. You do hear a lot of deep bellowing, like bullfrog type sounds. There are sections that you pass by where you can see there are like rusted pieces of weapons and armor sticking up out of the mud. But eventually Rin, you start to hear the very faint sound of the coast once more, of like waves crashing in the distance. And up ahead, what you see is this kind of rocky hill. There's like rock sticking out of brush and muck from the swamp. And that trail that you've been following seems to be leading to the base of it. What you see is a large cave opening at the base of this rocky hill. And the swamp goes directly up to it. The trail seems to end where this cave opening is, and the cave opening kind of sinks down into shallow, maybe like waist-high water filled with reeds and various water plants. Ashwak leads you up to this section, kind of holds their hand up, stopping you all, and then moves forward a bit. Go! You see all the reeds and mud suddenly move, and you see these probably about 10-foot long creatures coming out of the muck. They look almost crocodilian, but they are a bit more slender in their look. They look like gigantic lizards that are just rising out of the muck, and their tongues sort of flick out into the air. Ashwak kind of bows their head and then waves their hand and starts to wade into the muck. These lizards all just watching you carefully. As you push through this kind of pond, like waist-high pond. So most of you now are kind of dripping with water. It's been unavoidable in this swamp. You see that at the other end of the pond, the rocky bits rise up out of the water, and there is like a nicely defined carved path of like packed earth and stone. To the left and right, you see there are entryways going off deeper into this mound of rock. And as you approach, you see at least a dozen lizard folk all pouring out of the entrances, looking towards you curiously, various colors and bright crests and scales. Some have beautiful feather adornments and shelled armor, and they're all wielding clubs and spears, looking down at you curiously as Ashwak looks up and begins to speak. I guess, Rin, you can make it out. It is Draconic. I bring new potential allies. Let Queen Othokant know. They seek an audience with her. And that's where we're going to end tonight, as you all stand there in front of the lizard folk lair, surrounded by giant lizards and lizard folk. Awesome. Thank you. Also, I just wanted to quickly acknowledge that we had a new first-time chatter in tonight. The used diaper.
3 actually today.
Did we get 3 today? Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome. I was a little preoccupied today, so I didn't have a chance to look at that. Amazing. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm gonna close this out. Any of you all have any final things you want to say? Otherwise, I'm just gonna close this out.
Just thank you, Nathan. You rock.
Oh, thanks. I wish.
Yes, that was fun.
I need to figure out some things with this group to make combats not so blisteringly
awesome.
easy. Okay, awesome. I hope it was fun.
Yeah.
It's okay. They were just the babies, right?
Yeah, they're the children.
Wait, also, I do want to say one thing. Check out Tabletop Misfits.
Yeah.
They have their own Twitch channel. They have all kinds of shows, talk shows that Jack and I have been on, and gaming and everything. James, the man behind it, is super active, committed, and a hardworking D&D guy in our community.
James E. Jackson, you got it, buddy.
Amazing. Yes, please go check them out, and we hope to see you all here next week. Oh, real quick. Yes, I will, Tabletop Misfits. Thank you. I will reach out. Real quick, Eric, you're out next week, is that right?
I'm gone next week. Yep, I'll be in Hawaii. I'll be on a plane during the game next. There's no way I could do it.
So, Volric next week is going to be dealing with his eye, and is going to be out next week. So, yeah. But we'll see everybody else next week. And I'm real excited to see what happens. All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Wonderful evening.
See you next time.